Yo, yo, what's happening, everybody? Wednesday already. It's crazy. Who would have thunk it? All right, y'all know the drill. Let me get the music going. Make sure the camera's good. Tunes are going. Guys, let me know the volume of the music and everything. Make sure it's not too loud. Let me check to make sure the browser window's good. Nice. Okay, so if I start OBS with this window and I go live on this window, then everything's good. I can then switch, then I don't have to reconfigure everything. That's nice. Good to know. Let's see what's happening. Let's see what's happening. Camera, focus on me, please. This one. Thank you. Let's see. First things first. Let's see who was in here early. There was somebody early in here. I can't scroll anymore. I keep closing this window. Well, I know there was a few, but I don't remember the names. But Jesse's in there. Of course, I saw Jeff. Jeff's partying in Vegas somewhere. Gryfang, what's up? Wilbro, what's happening, man? Good to see you in here. Digital Dragon, Luke, what's up? What's up? Eric, Nigel, Zach, Nuno, Giuseppe, Louis / Lewis. All right, let me go back to my real window over here. Truggy, what's happening? Hi, Feder, and all you mugs. Speaking of mugs, shop at 3dprintsos.com. Shop.3dprintsos.com. That's super hot after bourbon. Woo! Zach Oaks, check out V2 back there. No, that's not the V2. Oh, you mean like this V2? All right. Frank, what's up? What's up? Martin, Burn Carve Print, Backwoods Southern Life. Good name. Hi. Hello. Jake. Yo, what's up? What's up? Zach. Nice. We got a lot of peeps in here today. Eric, Martin. No glass? No, we got glass. Something. That's how we do streams now. James from Louisville. Nice. Louisville. You gotta say it right. I'm correct, right? What's up, pro? Proletarios. Probably butchered that name. My bad. Every time. Every stream. Alright, guys. Today we have an interesting machine on deck. Before we get to the machine, two things. One is 3D Print SOS has some. Man, this song is too soon for this. Next. Shop.3dprintsos.com. Get yourself some cool 3D print related merch, some shirts. All the designs are made by me. We got some hoodies. More importantly, we got some desktop stuff like a work mat. I use it every day. Fantastic mat, having in different colors. These are all different hot ends that I illustrated. I should probably update that at some point, but it's all good. It's still very relevant. We got our hot ends mug and our print 3D print mug. These mugs are awesome. You can heat them up in the microwave and the mug doesn't get hot, which is very nice. Like, obviously it's hot, but not like my other mug that I previously had would burn your skin if you ended up touching it. Anyway, that's that. Then at the top of the chat, right here, there's a pinned comment right there. See that? If you guys are planning on sticking around towards the end of the stream, you can enter that if you're in the United States and you answer that question, and you can have a chance to win a spool of PLA Plus by 3D Max. It should take you to a link that looks like this. Let's see if any of you are already 5 of you are already on there. So yeah, towards the end of the stream, I'll pull a winner and you can get yourself a free spool of PLA Plus. Now with that, I had someone email me. I don't remember off the top of my head the name, so my bad there. But someone said they didn't receive theirs yet. It's been a little while, and I got a hold of 3D Max. So they shipped out 9 yesterday. So 9 would probably mean like a solid 4 weeks ago. All right, so just keep that in mind. Like, it takes them a minute to ship these out as a bundle. I don't expect them to jump out of their boots to ship these free spools for me, you know. So just keep that in mind. Like, if you win, you're not gonna have it next day or Amazon. Okay, like it's gonna take a week, 2 weeks, sometimes pushing 3 weeks. Okay, it's free filament, and I'm super happy to be able to do it. I think we're above 60 free spools at this point. Okay, so I'm happy. Everyone's happy. Everything's good. Jump into there, fill that out. Actually do nothing with that information whatsoever. So, and no one does. What else we got? This brand, Infimech. Hold on, let me catch up with the chat. Let me catch up with the chat. Ain't no coffee in there. Nice. You know me well. I used to just combine them together, but no, I can't do that anymore. No glass, no stream. Exactly. That's a shirt right there. Fresh Prince of Bel Air. First of all, I've heard this name before. Second of all, I live in Bel Air. And I have some Fresh Prince, man. Why are you in my territory? I'm kidding. It's a joke. Welcome to the stream. Lauren, what's up? Present. Nice. That's right. Exactly. Hey, Mr. Walkman, what's going on? So, quick questions. Infimech, yeah, so here we go. So, 802 Garage. So, this is a question that's come up actually a lot. Like, it's actually come up a lot before I even had the stream. Before I even announced the stream, it's come up. So from what I understand, this machine is also the same as a I think it's called a Flying Bear S1. This is Flying Bear's sister company, from what I understand. They're separate, but it's their sister company that they're going to market towards the United States. Okay? So it's still Flying Bear to some degree, just like VoxLab is to FlashForge. Okay? So it's the same thing. FlashForge, bigger company, VoxLab, smaller company. I think that what they're trying to do is one is going to be marketed like globally, and one is going to be marketed towards Western countries like the United States. Okay, so that's Infimech. So you know there's some dead giveaways here, so it's no surprise. One is the hat, right? We all know they like their hats, printer hats. Where is it back there? There it is. So that's dead giveaway number 1. Dead giveaway number 2 is this hot end assembly, although this one is updated, is from the Ghost 6. So you know, except they have a ceramic heater. This is obviously updated, but this flying gantry style, although this is magnetic, which is super cool. Like, I'm excited to check that out. That's new. Like, I haven't seen anything like that. So, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of cool things here to check out. Look at these custom extrusions. You know what I mean? And most importantly, this. So that is just absolutely bonkers. So as soon as I found that out, I'm like, all right, sign me up. Let's see what this is about. So in my, this is printer number 63, 64. I lost count. 63 or 64. So in my pursuit of checking out as many machines as possible and bringing them to you, and just so I can compare them all. Yeah, I said yes. So we'll see what that's all about. Glad to be here. Nice. That's what I figured. Makes total sense. Yes. Hey, MeV. What's up? Just joined. Cool. Nice. That's a nice price, right, Rhino? Isn't it? It's kind of important, you know. Seems like a lot of printer for the money. The only thing competing at that price is the X-Smart 3, and it's a lot smaller. Yeah, that's also true. Yeah, X-Smart 3. X-Smart 3 is down. Oh, come on, boxes. Oh, I have so much stuff going on. Like, there's so many projects here. Just endless. I can't even show you. It's down there. Oh, there it is, right in the middle. X-Smart 3, right there. So yes. EU price, can we click it? The price doesn't change for that, looks like, when you click on their site. Also, I have a new short link app that lets me make short links with my URL. So this one, for example, is 3dprintsos/Infimech-TX. Makes it super easy to remember. So hopefully I'll be doing my links that way. So if someone's like, hey, where can I get this? I can be like, oh, 3dprintsos, you know what I mean? Makes it a little easier. Nice. Can we discuss the head in the background? Yes. Yeah, we can, Nigel. We can. So this is almost done. Let me turn my music down over here. It's blasting me in my ear. It's done. The project's done. I put a little short video on it. Finally, this was the final piece. Was this part of the shirt to print? So we are ready to glue. So in my pile of stuff that I have to get to, I got my 3D Gloop, the PLA version, right over there. I printed out the bottoms of the shoes. So it's all ready. I have all the pieces to go. I have all of the, the K1 Max just killed this project. The quality's so good. I did drop the head onto my shorts, and I cracked my shorts because they're low infill. So I cracked them, and I don't have enough brown to reprint it. So I do have like some scrap brown, and I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna gamble and just combine all that into one. Like, it has a sensor in it, so as soon as it runs out, it just stops the print. So I think I'm gonna rerun that piece of pant and see if I can combine those 4 scrap spools to finish it. It's going to have a little line. There's always a line on this machine whenever it switches, but I have a bunch of these pieces that are like that, and you can't notice. Like, it's not, this is such a large print, it doesn't actually matter. So yeah, I will either, what I'll do is I will either have some kind of, either a live stream gluing it or a video. Maybe I'll do a poll. Maybe you guys can tell me which one would be more interesting. I don't know if just me gluing stuff is an interesting live stream. But a video, that takes some effort. I gotta like set everything up and like make it a whole thing. So I mean, I'm gonna do that anyway. Like, I have to do a video on it anyway. But it'd be nice to just hang out and glue it all. This is in the Creality K12 Supermax 77 color stream. Yeah, that's gonna be a good machine. Well, I hope it is. It seems like it would be. Any post-processing going to happen? No. So eventually, once I get the multicolor stuff set up, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reprint the head with more colors. Like, I'll do, brown, I guess, for the hair, white and blue for the eyes, and then tan. So we'll see. I'll see if I can fit that on the A1 Mini. I doubt it, but maybe I could fit an A1 Mini. I actually don't know what the size of that thing is. But all Creality first, and then we'll see. But no post-processing. I want it to be just filament. Hey, Kali, what's up? Liking the price. Turned out to be good. I may have to send that to the Flashforge 5M. I just had this conversation with Wilbro. It's gonna be a hard one. I don't know. This is a brand new company. This is a brand new machine. Obviously, you know, it's Flying Bear's behind this, who I trust. I've liked both of their machines that I've had. But at the same time, FlashForge is a huge company. So for me and my experience with the FlashForge 5M, easier for me to say stick with that one for now. But yeah, I'm definitely eager to check this one out, especially because the price is matched, but it's enclosed. Plus, this has auxiliary cooling, all sorts of stuff. Under the product features at the top, it says max speed is 600. Lower on the page, it says 500. That's because it's movement speed. It's really not important. You're never going to be printing at 600 or 500. You're just not. It's going to make a mess. It's not going to do it. Maybe in some situations where it's making a straight line, it can. But no one's printing at those speeds on these machines. So it's just like a marketing thing. I'm not even, you know, there's a bunch of really, really broken English on that site. So, like, for example, if we go to 3D, hold on, where is it? Infimech. Also, they have parts. I'll check out the site. I'll check out the site in a second. But if we go here and we click, I think it's, what is it? Where's about? Where is the about? About us. Like, listen to this text. Infimech was dedication to bring 3D printing back to model design and models bin printing easily and simply, rather than to push our buyers and 3D printing lovers learn to repair 3D printers. TX is our first desktop 3D printer, which design and test for years, and product line also in good prepared. All right, you know what I mean? They need some help with the English. I see Brian from Ballistic Tech just went live. Oh, it's a bummer. We have overlapping streams. Hey, Kenneth, how you doing? Yeah, it's definitely full size. That is a 1-to-1 scan and a 1-to-1 print. Ferdo, that's right. Balazzo, what's up? Do it again? Right. I did message them about that, but I have no room. I can't. I won't. That box won't even fit in here. Hey, JP, how you doing? Butthead, so yeah. Brown crack and shorts. That's right. True. Hey, Jack Black, what's up? Wavy 2.0, that's right. Ilbro. Nah, dude, you got a W in there. You're Wilbro. Will Brown. I see. Wilbro sounds cool. I get it. I get that it's Ilbro. But come on. I'm gonna try it. ChatGPT, yeah, probably. Google Translate from Tim Yu. That's pretty good. Yeah, Hotfix. We got the original Winamp going. It plays all my MP3s that I've collected for the channel. Are you going to be getting the K2 Plus with the CMS to review? I hope so. I let it be known that I want one, but I never know. I never know with these companies anymore. And I'm, as much as I do want to check out as many possible printers as I can, I'm also not going to be like super hunting them down as well, because I do not only have a million projects, I like want to do more projects. You know, we got the plane, the trucks. There's just so much. There's this. There's my Nintendo DS casing repairs, like all this stuff. I just want to do it all, and just have fun 3D printing. Sorry about the waving. You know what I mean? So if companies want to, if something cool pops up, sure, I'll send a message. If they don't reply, I'm not going to be pressed anymore. What do you think it'll cost? Oh, that's a good question. I have no idea. They're obviously going to be extremely competitive. They're going to undercut other CMS systems and other similar machines. So that's what I would expect. I would expect an undercut of about $100 or something like that. 802, nice. Yeah, that's true. I will open it. And they know it. That might be why they probably won't send it to me. All right, but let's slow it down here. Let's take a look at the marketing so we can get to this actual machine. Okay, Camera, stop turning off on me. There you go. I keep waving my hands. All right, so let's see what this thing says. Clipper firmware, fantastic, want that. Dual Z auto leveling. Dual Z means that it doesn't have a belt on the bottom, which means that it will do a Z tilt before printing. I'm a huge fan of that. That's fantastic. All metal framing, no plastic. Fantastic, love it. 20,000 acceleration. Okay. Yeah, chop chop. Yeah, exactly. Okay, you know, that's all really, really good. Independent, okay, same thing. So 220, 220, 250. The 250 height is pretty good. That means this is tall. That would explain why this box is a little bit taller than I expected it to be. Plus the hat. So it is going to be a tall machine. This is not something I'll be able to put down there whatsoever. It's probably going to be as tall as the Max over there, the K1 Max. Strong extruder. That is their extruder. They've had this extruder for a while, so they've definitely perfected it. And I did see the gearing slightly different. Let's see what else their marketing is saying to us. I did like this magnetic thing. I hope that's how it works and not just marketing. That should be cool. This chassis looks awesome. Like that's perfect. That's what I want in a Core XY machine. So much better than the stamped steel stuff. Like this is very nice. How can they do this for this cheap? I don't know. Hollow rods. Okay, they're 8mm. All right, 10, 12 would have been better, but that's fine. This is a rather small machine, so 8's probably fine. Dual metal. Yeah, it's got to be dual metal. 300. Okay, yep, that's cool. All pretty standard stuff. 40mm per second flow. Probably not. You're probably going to be getting somewhere in the 16 range, which is fine. 16, 17, 18. If we get any more, I'll be super happy with that. But you don't. It'll be fine. That will be totally fine. Oh, I can just do next here. Yeah, let's do next. Also, let me try to move this up a little bit. There we go. Yep, independent motors. That's fantastic. More torque. Yep, this is their, you know, like I said, Flying Bear has had this extruder forever. So it has an ADXL on the tool head. I actually wonder if it runs MKS components. I have a feeling it does because Flying Bear uses MKS components. Dual turbo fans. Okay. Pressure advance. Right, Clipper. Fully enclosed. Fantastic. The top part looks like a big chunk of solar panel. That top part, the hat I'm most excited about. That's gonna be my favorite part. Hey, hit that like button. That's right, Caleb. Tell him. You tell him, man. I'm guessing $1,000. K2, no, this sounds crazy. $1,200. See if it has a cost the same as X1 CLR. Yeah, that's probably gonna be their market, like their target price right there. Dual noisemakers. Yeah, it is. It looks like you get a little 300-gram spool, which is great. Any other new information? It does look like they're not running Clipper screen. Can I zoom in here? It looks like they are running their own firmware here on the screen itself, which I'm kind of worried about, to be frank. We'll see if it's even usable. I'll know instantly once we do Z offset. If we do Z offset and it changes it on the front end and doesn't actually apply it to the back end, I'll know that I'll be avoiding that screen completely. But we'll find out how that works. I think that's it. Okay, so pretty simple. This is just like a solid budget, you know, pretty much expansion on their Ghost 6 machine. I feel like their Ghost 6 machine is just outdated nowadays. It'll still be fine, but it's outdated in comparison, especially to something like this that's not a cantilever bed that has dual Z. Like, this is just more modern. This to me is a crazy thing to do. They should have just stuck this on the side up here, or on the very top up here, and avoided cutting plexi like that. I'm assuming this is not glass for this price. But like, you know, the K1 did this and they shouldn't have. The screen should have been done some other way. So this is kind of silly. Even if it's like swing away, you know, like just something. The cut is silly, especially when you're trying to hold in hot air in the chamber. So yeah, we'll see the rest. We got PI, sure we do. Film the run out, fantastic. Lighting, yeah, better have lighting. We need lighting. Dual fan. You know, I'm excited. My expectations aren't that crazy. Oh, also, They do sell their parts, which is very important, especially for a new machine like this. I don't remember exactly where I clicked. You may also like, they're cross-selling on this one, but you can buy these parts. So $70, quite a bit, but this is a full hot-end assembly with extruder, everything. So it has the, you know, the motherboard inside of there. That's pretty damn good. The gears are $5. The whole hot end is $13.90. That's pretty good. That's with the heat break, ceramic. Yeah, this is fantastic. So I'm really excited about that. Seems like this could be something. Okay, so let's just dive in and see what it's all about. I hate the door cutout. Yeah, I don't like the door cutout either, but it's okay. You know, it's okay, but could have been done better, I think. Can't even find the like button with this new UI. Screen on top, always. Yep, exactly, Fernando. That's what I'm talking about. But I think they couldn't do it because they have that hat thing. I actually don't know why they do the hats, but I'm here for it. I like the hats. They're almost iconic for me. For me personally. All right, this box is actually really tall. I'm going to try to put it on this stool. It is also admittedly heavy. Like, I've been unboxing a bunch of these somewhat similar machines, but this one specifically is relatively heavy. All right, let's get my blade. Isn't that a funny coincidence with the machine in the back over there? Wow, that blade just went bonkers on me over there. I'm glad I waited, but now it makes me wonder if I should have waited a bit longer for the K2. Who knows? You gotta wait for the independent reviews to come out. You know how it is. Wow, this thing is so taped. Like, it is taped. Like, there is layers and layers and layers. Wow. They did not want this thing opening. All right, we got goodies right away. Let's see what we got. We have a quick guide here, friendly tips. Okay, fantastic. Looks like we're gonna have to install a doorknob. Step 2. Okay, screen. Plug the screen in. Slide that puppy down. Step 3 is side spool. And that's it. Oh, and PTFE tube into the top. So, wow. I remember when it used to take like just 2-3 hours to put together a machine. But damn, look at the view count. Hello, all. Oh, I didn't even notice. How many we got in here? Hello, everybody. That's water protection from being shipped slow on the boat. Yeah, right. Especially with the bridge here and the port here. A little bit of extra waterproofing won't hurt. Oh, what I was trying to say was I do have a firmware update for this machine. So we'll see if it tries to get me to walk through like a whole thing. If it does, I'll shut it down and we'll do a firmware update. They did mention that it was going to be updated for everyone else. This looks like it's a parts list with everything there. We have the most important part. I can pretty much put away the rest of the machine. This is all I wanted. Yes, dude. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. So for those that don't know, I'm originally from Uzbekistan. And the Uzbek people have their own little... I don't want to offend anybody and say hats, because I don't know what the word is called. But they have these hats, and they're like square. That's what this reminds me of. It reminds me of Uzbek hats. This thing is heavy. It's got a second piece in there. Oh, we got Velcro. Yeah, Velcro. Looks like it like tilts. My favorite part. Minecraft helmet. Picnic tent for rats. Nice. Does this come out? No, it does not. All right. Good thing we have these nice, super thick corner brackets. Looks like we got them everywhere, which is always nice to see in a machine that's already assembled, because you know it's protected. Nice foam. None of that BS foam that goes all over the place. Dig it. And that should be it. Let's see if we can pick it up with this bag. I'm gonna risk it a bit. Should we? Nah. All right, let's set it down on the floor. It is heavy. Yeah, like that's legit hefty. Legit. All right, let's get it undressed. That is a good look. Get this thing over here. That is a surprisingly good finish on this. Is this glass? That is glass. Wow. I'm impressed. I wouldn't have ever thought that for $299 we would have gotten glass. I think the feet on the bottom are TPU. All right, we got paper. What else? Look at that. That's good. It looks good. It's an old tiny mailbox. Heck yeah. Glass door. Yeah, I gotta be careful with the door. How are the magnets? All right, magnets are okay. There's two here. Oh, this is really similar design to my Voron. Yeah, magnets are pretty strong. How far does the door open? Okay, door opens. All right, door opens 180 degrees. Pretty good. Let's get more of this unboxed. I think the bed needs to go where? This thing's packaged very nicely. Very nicely. I would have never guessed this is a $300 machine. I can't even tell you how much more I've paid for for machines that are so much less in quality than this. Let's see, how do you remove this out? I guess I can manually move these since they're independent. Wrong way. Come on up. There we go. I was correct. Oh, this is how they did the rest of the stuff. Look at that. That's pretty smart, actually. All right, let's see what we got. We got some black. I'm guessing this is just PLA. Yep, some black PLA. You know, as much as I hate those little sample filaments, this is a decent amount. This is enough for you to get your feet wet 3D printing. I always tell companies whenever I see those little sampler things in packages, guys, give us these. Let's see, we got some basic tools, some zippy zips, and we have some Flying Bear branded bags with hardware. That is that metal? Yeah, that is. It's a nice feeling metal handle. I know this is all like nonsense. The looks don't really matter, but I'm really digging the way this thing looks. Look at that. That's another interesting thing that I've never seen before. I know, I've seen it once or twice. Don't be lying on stream, better. Look at that. That means this machine has printed this. And it is so crazy smooth. Well, I hope we can replicate this on stream here. Take a look at that. Come on, focus. Focus. I mean, you can't see layer lines whatsoever. Hopefully we can replicate this. And don't forget, this is with overhead lighting too. There's a little peel going on right here, but nothing crazy. Okay, that's interesting. And more importantly than anything else, we got cutters. So yeah, if they just gave me cutters, also these are nice. If they gave me side cutters like this, and that top hat, we'll be good to go. That's all I need. Glue stick is definitely welcome. Tweezers is definitely welcome. Listen, Infimech, I applaud you for giving us all of these tools. Scraper, USB, I dig it. I can't believe some companies, much larger companies, don't give us tools. If this is your first machine, like if this is your second, third, fourth, whatever, it doesn't matter. But if this is your first machine and you're like, you know, you get everything that you need in here, it is such a boost of morale for your company. Like, this costs you nothing in terms of, in exchange for the value that you're bringing with such little things. So, props, I dig it. I dig the little kit of stuff. Little zip ties, little basic tools. It's nothing crazy, very simple little gesture. We got power cable, we're gonna need that. We got a Flying Bear labeled. There's our, which way is it? There's our Flying Bear. So we have a Flying Bear themed, is this on the back? Ah, it's on the back, bummer. I'll just throw it on real quick. Simple enough. I'll show you guys the back in a second. The back looks pretty cool as well. It's got an Ethernet port. It's got some really interesting hexagon pattern on the back, which looks like there is a space for filtration, but I don't see any filtration. It did look like there's a filtration module that you can purchase. Right? I remember I briefly clicked somewhere. I'm going to ask for this stuff. Oh yeah, here's what I was looking at. Here's what I was looking for before. Yeah, I mean, belts, bearings. Look, this thing is not only open source, you can maintain all this stuff. Camera. Does this have a camera? No, I don't think mine has a camera. Yeah, I don't think mine has a camera. There's definitely wiring, but I don't think mine has a camera. All right, so I'll ask them for the accessories and see if I can make some kind of follow-up. I mean, it's really just this. I want this. Like, this should, maybe 15 bucks. I can't even, that's like, so, like, you can't ask for this type of stuff for 300 bucks. Maybe you can. Why not? Push it. Push all the companies to have filtration. In my last video that I did, the Q1 Pro, I mentioned this, and I'll be mentioning it more and more, I think, as we go, is I think it's crazy important for companies to offer filtration on closed machines. You know, we're using their machines to print somewhat harmful materials, and obviously it's up to us, but why not? Why not give us this? A complete air filter and carbon plate. So the carbon filters, which are $8, and the whole kit is $15.90, and that's why there's holes on the back, because this pattern matches the holes on the back of the machine. That's cool. I want it. I want this. Yep, right here. Yeah, I want that. I'll ask for it. Yeah, I want this, and I want the camera. I wonder if there's going to be, and maybe I'll recommend this. I feel like there should be a second model here that has those things. Yeah, like this never said that it has that. So, yeah, like I wish there was like a second button for the one with accessories, if that makes sense. Also, Infimech or Flying Bear, if you're watching, your video doesn't work. Is there anything on the camera? I thought I saw something somewhere. No, I guess not. Yeah, so far, so good. Let's see if it can recreate that cube, though. Let's go this one. All right, let me see what you guys have been saying. I haven't looked at the chat in a hot minute. It's got $300 worth of foam in it. Wait, this is 300. That's great. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I thought so too. Enhedri. Cool name. Wow, wasted money to make a cut. Yeah. It is quite small, Galvani. 220, 220, 250. Damn right, after I just got a printer. Yeah, that's how it always happens. But, you know, Naughty Dog, I don't know anything about this yet, so I can't recommend the machine until I know it. I had a dozen ethnic Russian classmates from Uzbekistan. I was in HS in I guess that's Oregon. Nice. Cool. Alright, let's go back in the other direction for the comments. That's enough for calibration. Yep, that's right. Power switch is in the printer. It is, and it's on the front. Look at that. That was another rant that I had in my latest video, wasn't it? That companies aren't... This is... Why is this not a thing on every machine? I want this everywhere. If something is going wrong, guess what? Fantastic. Let's put this in here just so I don't forget. Oh, and actually, that's probably pointless anyway because I want to do a firmware update. And the screen, as far as I understand, you loosen these. Let's just do it now real quick. Actually, I'm not even going to put it on because if we have to do a firmware update on the screen, it will need to be off anyway, so I'll just prep it for the install. So let's just loosen it, see what it looks like on there. Kind of a smart way to install this, actually. Like a fast way instead of making any kind of like weird clips that don't actually work, which I've seen on several machines. Yeah, just like that. Put it in, tighten it. I gotta say, the screen like surround being like this metal cheapo thing. It's almost like the same as like an ANET A8. Sneezing. Jeez, that was like I had a whole demon come out of me there. Oh wow, yep, hard to open. And then I'm guessing it gets plugged in with this. Let's see. Yep, click, easy peasy, very nice. And there's a little spot to put all that back in there. Cool. Yeah, I wish this was like, I would even like the plastic, the surround. It is metal, which is nice. The screen is somewhat large, but it reminds me of my old ANET. Let's see, we got more foam in here. There is nothing holding this thing from moving, which like some printers have like, they're like legit bolted down and you have to spend all this time on doing it. They don't have that. I guess they did it all with foam. Let's take a looky. Okay, there's some zip ties. Let's get the zip ties off. Oh man, I'm so behind on chat. I just realized where the chat even is. All right, hold on. Let me go through. Hyperfocus or not at all? Yeah. What's up with the A1? I haven't gotten to it yet. Hey, look at this. Look at this. You still in China, buddy? You probably are. Sam, I don't know if you're still in here because the chat, I missed it. But fantastic job at the 10th anniversary, man. I watched the whole thing. I thought you did a great job. You even had time to somehow go on your own chat during your own live stream version and chat in there. What a maniac. Fantastic. Killed it out there, man. Hey, what's up, Maker? Looks like a decent printer for the price. So far, so good. Hey, K. Schaefer. Where are those plastic gears? They're inside the... It's this one right here, right on top. You guys can't see that. Maybe it'd be important to maybe see stuff. So this is Flying Bear's extruder. They've had it on every machine. And it has this gear up top. I've actually never had any problems with their extruder. I know some people have, but this one looks to be updated. Did you get a hold of one of the SV08s? No, I have not. I actually have no contact with the company. I tried to reach out, but they haven't replied to me. Obviously, they're probably very busy right now. But no, I don't have the SVO8 coming. Too small? Yeah, it is a small machine. It's tall, but it's small. Might sell my flash for it. No, too soon, too soon. Definitely need some time to actually check it out. She's in Vegas with Jeff. She said she was gonna be here later. Too small. Yep, right. Cheaper than AMS. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, a whole printer. Yes, yeah, I had to noise cancel that. Yeah, you're too popular. Yeah, right. Nice. Good to see you in here, man. Swavel nozzle, yes, but you're asking a lot out of this. Let me zoom in again. You know, we got to keep this in mind. And what it's competing with at this price, you know? The nozzle looks pretty standard. It's a standard volcano looking nozzle, so. It's annoying because they kept changing things. Yeah, I did notice some things. I did notice you got cut off a couple times. There were some things going on. I looked past that because I understand that part of it. So, sadly, no, sir. I would have loved to go. I just put the camera away, but I spent that money on a camera. So I was saving up. I was saving up to go on the trip, but I decided to invest back into the channel instead of my fun. I don't know if I regret it yet, but yeah, all my latest videos I've been shooting with this mamma jamma. So this is my Rocky Mountain Festival trip right here. So now I'm actually able to use actual decent video instead of an ancient 1080p camera. So bummer I won't be there. I really want to go, especially for all the stuff you got going on, man. But yeah, not this year. Not this year. Nice. Good. Yeah, everyone's asking me a million questions about that thing. It's a bust. I don't know. Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. Which he should. He's literally the person that thing is not targeting. That's not the right word, but it's going after everything that company's working on and trying to, you know what I mean? And then they're trying to, I don't know. There's just a bunch of weird stuff about that. What happened? It's just half-baked, has some issues. You're gonna go watch it? Yeah, that's cool. Oh, there you go. That's nice. You get a little break in there. Yes, I believe it is. In fact, let's do a quick check. Apply glue before printing. Okay, double-sided. Okay, double-sided. Let me check. Let's see. So I have a K1 bed here. The screws, the alignment screws are in a different spot, but it is the same exact size. So yeah, this is an Ender size, but the alignment screw, oh, it's a little smaller. So it is a true 220 actually. The alignment screws are in a different spot. And buying one of these isn't going to interfere. Having it 5 millimeters on the edges larger is not gonna matter. Not in that thing. There's nothing in the way. Everything is Sovols have baked. Shady always have been. I mean, here I don't know much about Sovol. I did try their SVO7. You know, it's funny because their previous machines were copies of Creality machines. Then the SVO7 was the copy of the Prusa machine. Or not the SVO6. Sorry, the SVO6 was a copy of the Prusa machine. Now they have a copy of a Voron machine. It's kind of interesting. They're quite literally standing on the shoulders of giants in that way, you know? All right, let's throw this thing on here just so that we're complete and get this thing powered up. I do have to download their update real quick, but it looked like from the instruction video that it was going to be very fast. Okay, so we got little plastic washers. Let me get the right Allen key. Also, it is hot down here. Where is this heater? Get out of here. Turn off, please. Don't want you anymore. Why am I digging around for their tools? I have my own tools. So it also has one of the cheapest, has one of the cheapest IDEX. What about the Tronxy machine? I have a Tronxy IDEX. It's old school and still Bowden, but it definitely works. I've used it a bunch. I am not a smart man. I put this handle on backwards, and you guys let me do it. That's backwards. There you go, Night Train. See? See that? Well done, dude. Well, I don't know if you're a dude, but if you are, well done, dude. SVO weight not looking too good. People are getting them. Nice. Converted the Tronxies to VZ bots. That's pretty cool. That is definitely a great way to use that machine to transform into something else. Thank God you're not going to use Allen wrenches to assemble that thing. Yeah, I should probably use my my Hodo. Let me just get that out and leave it here in case I need it for anything else. Yeah, I still can't believe this is glass. That's a huge surprise. Look at this. Look at this interesting thing. They have cutouts in the glass for these two bolts. That's wild. I mean, the fit and finish on the outside of the machine is quite impressive, to be completely honest with you. That part is definitely. Oh, before I turn it on, we gotta see what MKS components it's running, because I'm pretty sure it's running MKS everything, just based on history and Flying Bear's other machines, but we will find out in a second. These can go in the trash. PTFE tube can just click in there. Nice. How are the belts? Oh, good tension on the belts, actually. Okay, let's check out how the hot end comes up and off. Let's check that out, because that seemed like a pretty interesting thing. Also, I do still have a bolt. What was I supposed to do with this one single bolt? Put that on, plug in that thing, plug in that. I don't know what this bolt's for. And there's a grub screw. Maybe this is extra stuff. Famous last words. So we can give you crap about it later. Yeah. I know you guys very well. Yeah, that's true. That is true. I enjoyed my time with it. All right. Let's keep rolling. Okay, so this is supposed to be magnetic. So, yoink. Wow. Okay, it is. What do we have down here? So these are 40 millimeter blower fans in here. Is there anything else? No, injection molded stuff. Is there an LED down here, by the way? I don't see one. No. The hot end itself looks just like any typical modern bamboo clone, if that makes sense. No flashlight, huh? All right, so you guys can see that right down here. We got our square heat break. What's it called? Hot block here with a ceramic heater on the other side. We have it says HS. What's that company? I have a bunch of their stuff. HS. What's that one red hot end? Come on, memory, kick in. If I see it, maybe. I'm familiar with that brand. I've bought a bunch of their stuff before. All right, so that goes on. Nope, backwards. That goes on like this. So there's a little 30 millimeter fan here. The sister board, or whichever you want to call it, is on the bottom here. I'm going to leave the cover off just so that we can take a look at it when I flip this thing around. All right, let's get this thing on the side and see what's underneath of there. Red Lizard, yes. What's the company called? Haldus. Haldus. Thank you, Rick. Yes, that's it. Hey, Load of Clips, what's up? Tempered glass with holes near the edges, cool. Ambitious. Yeah, it is. I'm curious how they met the price point. Everyone else is making their machines really, really cheap, so. Hey, Darren, how you doing, man? All right, I'm gonna put this on here loosely because I want to flip the machine and I don't want this thing just dangling all over the place. You know what I mean? Don't need to have no dangler. There you go, one screw. One screw, and now for a quick beverage. Cheers, everybody. Very nice. Jangle in the dangle, that's right. All right, so I have to lay it down this way so that we don't have a repeat with the door. You guys already all know. Oh, let me show you the back. Here's the back. Here's what I'm talking about, the holes. See how there's 2 holes here? That's where the filtration system mounts. Like I said, I'm gonna ask for it. I think I want one. Like I want one, it's an enclosed machine. We got power supply plug or power plug down here. We have Ethernet on the other side. Pretty basic stuff. I wish this was all on the side. I will forever complain about that with printers, but it is what it is. This definitely would have been better on the side. In fact, it would be so easy to put it on the side. I might even do it because this is just nuts. But let's keep going. I digress, as they say. Let's see what we can find down here. Okay, we got some good old fans. Yeah, I was right. These are TPU printed feet. Oh boy, that's a lot of screws. I'm gonna do the, what's this, a little grommet? What's this? Yeah, just a little grommet in case we want to do what? 2 grommets. Huh. That's fun. There's room for activities. Network port. Yep. don't Jesse it. That's right. Yeah, he has become famous for it. Well, not that he wasn't famous before. All right, so I'm gonna unscrew just the outside screws and then hope that the inside is free. What's this one doing? This one is behaving slightly differently. Oh, I felt something fall down there. I have a feeling that one was a little different. This one too? Yep. Okay, I felt something else fall over there. So those were T-nuts. Not T-nuts. They were nuts that are preloaded into the extrusion. Yep, they're all like that. Oh, this is gonna be not fun to put back. Like, that's gonna be brutal to put back. Okay, there's some on the outside corners as well. Those also go in. Oh man, I don't like that. I don't like that. Not very easy for the maintenances. Anything spectacular yet? Was that the question? Did you say hammerhead T-nuts? No, they're just regular M3 nuts. But that's definitely going to be a problem putting this back. Everyone complains about the filament placement, and they always put it in there. Yeah, I don't know why. It's like the #1 complaint by everybody, and they hear it, they see it, and they're like, yep, and we're just going to keep doing it. Anything special yet? Anything special? So far, the fit and finish looks incredible for what you're paying for this machine. I can't believe the front is glass. Otherwise, the spec sheet's nice. It seems like quite premium for the price, and much better than their previous outgoing model, which I guess in this case would be the Ghost 6. Right, like this machine would completely replace the Ghost 6. Come on, little fella. All right, this bottom panel. I know not everyone needs to be in here, but that is a problem. This whole thing's a problem. All right, I guess we are taking all these off. I guess it's so that it doesn't vibrate. Stick a magnet. Well, we'll find out. I'm not really worried about it yet. Pain in the butt, yeah. Maybe access inside. That's very possible. I don't know. Oh, here's the grommet. Oh, okay, yeah. So there is some. We're about to find out very soon. This is why I do it so that you guys don't have to. Learn how to say it in Mandarin. Yeah, if I say it in their native tongue. Adam, this is their sister company. So, from what I understand, they're aiming to cater more to the American market specifically, or well, to the Western market with this brand versus Flying Bear being a more global brand. Holy fan. Also, this is metal. I thought the entire time this was plastic. This is a very heavy piece of metal. What the? Look at this fan. Can you guys see how big this fan is? Huge. It's like a PC fan. Where can I put it so that I don't drop it? Right there. Perfect. Against the glass. All right. Luckily, these are T-nuts, so that'll be somewhat simple to put back in. So that's a good thing. All right. Let's see what we can find in here. So the bed mechanism is these plastic pieces that are mounted here and here on the extrusions that are on the side. So if we go back to the photo where it shows the frame, where does it show the frame? Oh, come on. Oh, this one. So that right there, those two holes and those two holes on the bottom is how this piece of plastic essentially mounts. And it has your two 8mm rods and your Z motor. So that's kind of cool. Meaning they're going to warehouse NA. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, yep. Yeah, I saw that. That's why I put it right there. All right, so it is an MKS board. It says it's the Skipper board, Skipper Mini V1. Cool, so you can find information about that online, so that's good. The connections are crimped. They're grounded. They have these things on them. I don't remember what they're called, but there is like there's a specific name for these things. I know you guys are gonna know, but they're everywhere, so that's cool. This motor wire is kind of like, it's not necessarily pinched, but it has a little cutout. But maybe that could have been done a little bit better. But yeah, this is all decent. I have no complaints in here. The power supply is it says 360. 15 amp. The brand is called 3D Jep. So yeah, that's that. Do we need to switch it anywhere? I don't think so. I think this might be auto switching. I don't see anywhere where we could switch it. Yeah, there is no, there is a switch. It's on the inside, and I'm not gonna be able to get to it from down here. Kind of an interesting design. Everything is in this like metal casing, and it is metal, and it's square, and it's in between the extrusion. So this is actually like, I know I overuse this word, but it's really robust. Be easy to mod with extrusions. They're not standard extrusions. But they are extrusions. It looks like they only have one side that's a extrusion, like a typical extrusion. The rest are all smooth. Is the bed 24 volt? I don't think so. No, there's no other thing. Oh yes, the answer is yes. It's not mains power, it's 24. Which probably means this sucker is gonna be running the whole time. But you know, we'll see. I'm hopeful. There aren't ferrules up here on these connectors. Kind of a bummer to see. But at least they are here, which is good. There's still a few openings on this motherboard. This should be rather configurable. Yeah, should be cool. Some basic stuff. Nothing bad. The only thing that's bad is how this cover goes on. And just, I find it very interesting that this is such a heavy-duty metal just container. Like, this thing is, maybe it's meant to be a heatsink as well, like for the motherboard or something, but this is, I don't want to say it's overdone, but man, I do like that they give you grommets, so you don't have to drill anything. Let's see if we can line these up before we put this on, so that, in hope that we can actually get to them somehow. Okay, that should be okay, actually. All right, I think we'll be able to put everything back on. Let's see. And there are openings for 2 fans, but there's only 1 fan, which is also interesting. I wonder if there's more to that, or I guess there was at some point. All right, get a couple more in there before I tighten that up. Is that the same board as the Chitty? It is very close. It's the Skipper V1, Skipper Mini V1. I don't think it's exactly the same. But as always, you guys got to fact check me on that. I actually don't remember. No camera by default. No camera by default, but it looks like in their accessories thing you can buy one. I will definitely ask for one because I want the filtration system. So I'll be asking for their filtration system and their camera. How much is the camera? Camera's a surprising $26. You know, this is running Clipper, so, and there's a USB port available. So technically speaking, you can put whatever camera you please on there. Oh, this one. This one has definitely fallen. That's all right. I'll get to that later. Let's see if I can even get a majority of these in there. I'm gonna have 2 of them that I won't be able to get back in. So there you go. If you do get this machine, make sure you flip it all the way upside down. Yeah, I will not be able to get that one in there, and there's going to be a loose bolt. That's okay. Well, I'll deal with that later. Those are also going to be tricky to do. Let me get as many of these back in there as possible, and then I'll mess with it later. Oh, one thing I forgot to actually look is how you update the motherboard. Hopefully it's just a matter of putting in a USB. But we will find out. First, I want to check if there's a procedure for calibration, or if it's like already pre-calibrated, if that makes sense. Nope, that's not going in there. Yeah, that's gonna have to lay on its side, I believe, for me to be able to get that. Yeah, and it's metal, so I can't just like pull it. That's fine. All right, so I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to put in there. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the 5th one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this guy. Oh, we can get that one in there. So that's not the cleanest thing in the world, but, you know, it's all metal. All right, let's put these somewhere where I'm 100% not going to lose them, where it's only like 75% chance of loss. Yeah, no Rocky Mountain for me. What do you think they cut out to get to 300? About 200. What do you think they cut out? Well, they took the camera out, the filtration system. I guess better acrylic. This is plastic, like ABS plastic. The screen surround is pretty low quality, but not much. Not much, to be honest. In fact, I just noticed and just saw that the back of the extruder is using a smaller pancake motor, a more modern pancake motor. So this isn't one of the heavier units like in the older Flying Bear machines. So that's cool as well. Okay, so power supply, let me check that. Can I get to it from over here? I can, but it's actually in a really bad spot, to be honest. Like how am I ever going to get in there? Let me see if I can do camera and see. Okay, that's in a bad spot. That's in a bad spot. There's no way I can get in there. I have to take the whole panel off. I'm hoping that it's in the right. No, that's not. I tried to take a picture. That didn't work. Can I get my finger in there? Oh, I can. Okay. All right, so at least it does come into 110. And I did notice that on the box, it is labeled that it's 110. So that's good. So just check the box for that. Here, let's get this shroud back on. I'm going to power it up, see what that's about, and then we'll do the firmware update, and we'll throw some plastic through there. Oh, I already have a power supply, not power supply, power cable handy. Hello, camera, come over here. Stick with me. Stick with me, Cam. All right, plugging it in. And we're already live, so we have the power button on. We got the logo going. Good amount of light. Yeah, nice and smooth. Cool. The small extruder motor explains why they went to a higher torque gear set. Yes, it does. Yes, it does, Unity. I'll prioritize durability and efficiency over cosmetics. Yes, I believe majority of us would. I don't know. It's hard to say. Here's another example. It uses only 8mm rods all over the place instead of 10 or 12 like some machines do. As far as the idlers and everything go, it is actually super compact, and all of the idlers are held in their like injection molded plastic bits, which is great. Usually, well, on some of the other machines, they were just like hanging on just metal bolts, which over time can bend, and if you put too much tension on the belts can bend. So that's actually significantly better. I don't know where they cut the costs. All this to me looks really nice. All right, let's see this interface. I'm kind of worried. This is the part that legitimately worries me here. Lexile, it's on the inside. It's on the right side. It's very hard to get to. It's on the inside on the right over here. I can feel it with my fingers. You would have to take off the side panel to easily reach it. But on the box, it is labeled 110, and there's a 240 label as well. I do like the extruder has a clear front window. Yes, and that's always been a thing with all of Flying Bear machines, and I've enjoyed it there every time. I don't want no cosmetics on my printers. All right, so there's no like welcome screen that talks you through whatever, which means, at least I hope, that this has a clipper setup that's already configured to some degree. That's why they have that print in the box. So let's see, which one should I click on? Interestingly enough, there's a gear, which means settings, and also icons that also mean settings in UI. Let's click this. All right, so this is how you adjust everything. Where is the light bulb button? because the light bulb has turned off. There's our Wi-Fi. What's that? I'm guessing this is language because it's not in English. Let's click English over here. Oh, okay, that was easy enough. So they have Chinese or something really similar. No offense to anybody, I'm just a dumb American. English, and they have Ruski Язык over here, so Russian on the bottom. This is how you get the support. This is firmware restart for Clipper. We have our firmware version, which we will need. Okay, let's click this button. They have Flexi Rexy on there, hexagonal bridge, high-speed benchy, which we'll check out, and a standard benchy. That's nice, okay. And the same files on there. So it looks like at least the Flexi Rexy has a time. It's a 42-minute print and 14.7 grams. The others don't. Whoops. I accidentally clicked hexagonal bridge. Oh, look at that. That's cool. Nice little preview. Let's go back. Also, did that give us time? It does. This is a 22-minute print with a 7.6 gram amount. So that's cool. Wish that would kind of go over here, but I wonder if these are sliced up for like different machines or for a bunch of machines or something along those lines. You know how they do it. What's this button? Video recording LED. There we go. Yeah, get the LED on there. Air filter and auxiliary fan. Where is the auxiliary fan? That's how they cut. That's how they cut the price. There we go. Does this answer your question? Where'd you get the firmware update? They sent it to me. I haven't even gotten it. I gotta grab it. So that's how they cut their costs. They removed all of the extras from this machine. They removed the auxiliary fan, which is, quite frankly, a bit of a bummer. But I get it. I get it. It's $299. They cut out the camera. They cut out the filtration system. I want all of those things. I want all of those things. But, so if this is competing directly with the FlashForge 5M, this has a enclosure with glass that's not 3D printed. So that's a win. Yeah, I don't know where the plug is for the camera. I'm guessing back here somewhere. Yeah, otherwise, okay. We need the most important part. Obviously, I'm going to take this off, but we need the most important part. Come on. Yes. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Right there. Yeah. Man, I'm so stupid. These are the types of things that make me happy, okay? When you open 63 machines and you get to them, when you see something like this, you just pause and enjoy the moment. I love it. I love the hat. I love it so much. Yes. The hat. Flying Bear, please don't change this. Please don't change this on your machines. I want all of your machines to always have hats. All right, we went for the beanie. Now we got the Uzbek hat. I love it. Did you see extra nozzle? No extra nozzle. Does the structure seem rigid? It's super rigid. This would be way more rigid than anything else that's in this price range or even close. Not only is it extrusions all the way square, there's also extrusions in the middle right here, right there. And the door. And then the entire bottom, down, not only down here, but also the entire bottom of the machine is a thick metal. So it's the chassis is crazy rigid, I would say. I think it's the same, isn't it? I think it might be exactly the same, unless I'm wrong. Toupee. I love it. I love it so much. All right, let's get this off for now. And I should have done this beforehand, but I also have a bunch of other stuff that I was doing, including work. But in my email, where where... Okay, hold on, guys. I gotta go to my other screen. Let me dig this up. Infimech. There it is. All right, and nope. Motherboard has been updated. Okay, yeah, this was April 5th. And we have touchscreen firmware. Let's download. Preparing my download. And can I click 2 downloads at once? Let's do the motherboard firmware. All right, one has already been sent. Let's see which one that is. Touchscreen firmware. All right, now we need motherboard firmware. Give me that one. All right, we got the files. It's in a classic, you know, they love using Google Drive, like everybody. I like what I see so far. Yeah, me too. Me too. Does it have auto Z offset? I don't think so. I don't think this has Z offset. I think this is an old school version. Can it melt plastic? I sure hope so. So far, it's just a food dehydrator. Oh, right. This doesn't auto turn off also, as in like the screen. What else did we see? Right, and I have to get it on Wi-Fi, but I wanted to just get this thing going. Now I feel like having a whiskey too. You gotta go get one, man. It burns so good. All right, let's unzip these files. Let me get a dongle. Of course, we need a dongle. I'm on a Mac. Oh, check out this little... All right, I'm on this screen. I got this little 3D printed this little box on the Two Trees KLP1. Super fast print. These clasps use filament, and they're very easy to use. And I have one that's just like a box that holds... Oh man, where is that? Oh, great. Where did I put it? I need it. One that's just like an opening, and one that's all cards. It holds cards, like SD cards, various types. Nice little print. I think it's on printables. All right, I have located it. All right, we have our dongle. Let's go ahead and grab this USB. Throw this. Wait, does that mean... Okay, so problem number 1. I can't do this update because I don't have an SD card. Did they include one? No. Well, looks like we're not going to update because I just realized I need an SD card. Do I have one in here somewhere? I only have very large SD cards, and I know these machines are not going to enjoy. Should I try it anyway? I don't think these boards can handle anything over 8. And I have like a I have a 512. I have a 32 that can be used as FAT32, I guess. But I don't think that's gonna work. Let's try that first. And if that's a bust, well, we'll just print it how it is, but let's see what we can do. All right, dongle number 1, let's go. Yeah, I'll try it. I thought you did 3D printing. Well, I used a lot of them on the 3DS situation that I got going on, so I've been using them all a lot. Amazon 1 hour Prime. Nice. All right, let's go Finder. I don't think this one, oh, let's see if it's FAT32, get info. Will there be a plus or max version? John, I have no information, to be honest with you. I legitimately do not know. It does have Ethernet on the back, it does. All right, it is FAT32. Let's just go for it. Let's do touchscreen firmware. Let's put this on the root. All right, and eject. We'll do that first. It comes with a free under 3 printer. All right, let me power this down. God, I love this. Is worth talking about. This is worth trying to persuade other manufacturers and doing. All right, let's do this. I was kind of hoping there was already one in there. But no. All right, so SD card. You gotta have like a tiny hand in here. Not like a giant slab like mine. Okay. Use the fingernail. Click. All right, let's see if it works. Should be a white screen. Hey, look at that. Okay, so it somehow magically can handle a 32 gig card. I think the screen's a little bit too white. There we go. It does say the percentage, so it is moving along. There we go. Well, that's nice. So we'll do that. While that's happening, let's put this dongle in there. Just dongling it up tonight. It's a night of dongling. Let's open another Finder window. Disk image. All right, it has a bunch of stuff on there. It has the Orca slicer on it. Has a manual. Oh, good looking manual. Good looking manual. It's in Chinese. Has a bunch of G-code, STLs on here, and Orca slicer. Actually, I can show you guys. All right, there we go. All right, now let me get that one file. Motherboard firmware. We'll put this on here. And because I'm on a Mac, I have to use, whoops, that did not like that. I have to use a special firmware. Why can't I copy it? Oh, there it goes. Okay, that's on there, right there. I have to use a special firmware to clean and eject the disk because this will put these files on there. I don't have permission. Sweet. Oh well, let's see if it works. If it doesn't work, then I know why. I'll have to boot up in Windows. All right, that's on there. Let's go back to this screen. That's Rio. It's too soon. I wanted to print first. You know, the printer's got to print first. But the look on the outside so far, I'm really digging. The build is super strong. I have zero complaints. If this was a different manufacturer that was charging way more than double this, and I got this out of the box, I'd be like, yeah, that's fine. So that's something. But we'll see how it prints. Hey, Nuno, thanks for popping in, man. I appreciate you. Yes, it is a space gray color. Update successed. We got some more English. The update has successed. Googling the word dongle is probably an interesting thing to do just in general. All right, SD card out. I'm gonna put it back before I lose it, so bear with me. I am that type of person. Oh, and here's the other box that I was trying to show you earlier. So we got the SD card version, which holds full-size SDs and regular SDs. Very nice. Bam, bam. Look at that. All right, and before I forget this as well, I'm gonna put the dongle where it's supposed to be so that I don't have a panic moment like I had earlier. There you go. Okay, now from what I understand, we need to put this, whoops, that's upside down. We need to install this screen back on. Like I said, I actually like this method of mounting. It's very simple and straightforward. And now we need to put this in there. We need to boot this up. $60 for the missing accessories. Oh, is that total? That's actually really good. So the camera, the fan, and the filter. By the way, get yourself an extra carbon filter. Like, I wouldn't buy this without one. I'd buy that, the filter. Yeah, I'd buy that, the filter. Definitely the fan, 100%. Oh, that's the 2 missing plugs. Remember, guys, on the motherboard there was 2 missing plugs? That's the accessory fan and the filter fan. Interesting. The earliest reference document goes back to 1981, interestingly enough. Wow, what are we talking about here? Oh, the word dongle. Thank you, Zach, for teaching us all. I lost my dongle. Very confused, nice. It might be. It is actually 220. So I grabbed a Ender 3 bed, and the Ender 3 bed was larger than this. By a little bit. But you could fit it in here. It's not going to interfere. It would still fit in there. So it's a K1. I hate that term. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. So one thing this has that those machines don't have is this has dual Z. So massive improvement in bed. Also, what's it do for bed mesh? Is there no auto bed leveling? Oh my gosh, look at that. It does use the probe. Holy moly. I was like, wait, there's no probe. There's no probe on this. I'm going to flip you guys upside down. It has 4... Okay. Okay. Alright, apparently I can't handle this, apparently. Like, I can't function to get this properly. It has 4... It has 4 individual pressure sensors on the bed. That is really impressive for this price point. Interesting. Okay, so from what I understand, I have to go to Settings, Info, and then click. Okay, let's note this. Let's note this firmware. The firmware says, I'm just gonna take a picture with my phone. There's a bunch of numbers. There we go. Take a picture. We're supposed to hit firmware update, and then nothing will happen. That's what it said in the video. There we go. Update completed, done. And it will reboot. Well, that was easy. And let's go back here and let's see what it says. Yeah, it looks different. Is it different than what we had? Yep, I had 64A. This has 709. Okay, so we've updated the firmware. That was much, much easier than so many other machines that I've unboxed recently. Just for good measure, though, I want to reboot this. It did go back to Chinese, by the way, so let's put it back to English. This is firmware restart. I do want to do like I'm just going to shut it down. Not necessarily best practice, but I do want a full reboot there. The extruder looks like Flying Bears. Do you know if there is a connection? Yes, there is. This is the sister company of Flying Bear. There's actually another machine from Flying Bear that's called the S1 that probably is going to have all of the bells and whistles. This one, it has the cheaper. From what I understand, this particular company, their sister company, Infimech, is going to be having their machines targeted more for the US Western market, whereas Flying Bear is going to be Russia included, but like more global. So this is their like new branch for that. Yeah, you can. $400 dongle holder, yeah. Yeah, it has tilt adjust. Yeah, there's so many things that I like. Yes, the power switch is on the front. Might do Z. Yeah, it will definitely do auto Z with the sensors. The USB inside the chamber is not a good idea. I agree. I've seen this before. The Reborn had it. Something else had it too. Something I recently unboxed. I think it's down back here. Was it the King Rune machine? Yeah, I agree. That could have been done better. Yes, that's where the headquarters is apparently. Are you going to do a review for this machine after this? Yeah, so usually what I do is I unbox it, I make sure the machine prints and set up, we do it together, we have a good time, talk about what we're seeing here, and then I spent like at least 2 weeks to months, depending on how much time I actually do have, printing with it. Just everyday stuff. Whatever I need printed, I usually try to print on the newer machines over the machines I already have, and then I will do some sort of review or a comparison video between the machines. The USB drive. Oh, you mean like take the file out? The file is actually okay on there. It's not gonna do anything. Flying Bear has a new printer. Yes, they do. That's the machine that I thought I was getting, to be honest. But this is different. I don't know if they're gonna bring the Reborn 3 here. That might just stay over there. Hey, nice, thanks, Rio. Yeah, throw a thumbs up on your way out. Gotta do it, right? Gotta ask. Have you reviewed the Cheetah Q1? Yes, the Q1 Pro was the last video I just did. I had a great time with that machine. Having a great time with the machine. I have it at my office because it's been so trouble-free and so easy to use. If anyone at the office needs to use it, they just click, clack, and it goes. So check out that review. I loved it. Reborn 3 show. Yes, so from what I understand, they're still, first of all, hey Chad. From what I understand, they're still going to be selling Flying Bear machines to the US, but they're not going to focus on any kind of marketing or anything towards that because they're doing it for the other countries. And that don't mix well, which is fair. That makes sense. Ah, thanks, Nigel. Yeah, we've been there for coming up on 13 years now, so that's kind of my home away from home. Yeah, Caleb, that's probably true. All right, so this should be back to how it was, and it remembered English. That's a good sign. It is the correct firmware. Let's go back into here. I think it was. No, it was not. Here. Yeah, I want the light on. Let's have the LED on. Okay. And let's throw some plastic in here. Oh, no. Let's get it on the internet. Let's get this thing on the internet. Where is that done? Is that this? Is this a button? No. Internet. Right here. Cool. I'll move the camera for a sec. Is that camera? No, that camera's fine. I'll cover it up so you guys can't zoom enhance my password while I put in my password on a on an unknown Chinese machine into my Chinese router. Wi-Fi connection successful. Save. Wi-Fi saving. Let's see what we get. For those just jumping in, by the way, while we're waiting and stuff, two things. One is shop.3dprintsos.com. If you guys want to get some 3D print related merch, I've done a bunch of designs. I still have a bunch of designs to add on here that I'm working on. But these are all original by me. A bunch of shirts. The price is as cheap as I can get it at 16 bucks. We got hoodies. More importantly, we got a whole bunch of cool swag. Like we got these awesome neoprene mats that are washable. You can use them for builds. They're fantastic. I illustrated a bunch of different hot ends for it. We have them in a bunch of different colors, as well as the hot ends mug, which I absolutely love. Double-walled mug, real thick, as well as this one over here. And you can look this cool if you guys dare. If you dare. But yeah, check that out. That's shop.3dprintsos.com. Cool way for you guys to get something instead of just something digital. Second, there is a link it's pinned in the chat. It looks like 40 of you guys have already found it. If you guys are planning on sticking around, you can, and you're in the United States, you have to be present. You have to fill out the question, but you can win yourself a spool of 3D Max PLA Plus. Okay, all you have to do is just fill out this question, jump in there, get in there. That's pinned in the top of the chat. Password's 12345. So it still says Wi-Fi saving, and it's kind of frozen on that, which is a bummer. Let me jump into my router. And see if it is indeed on there, but the screen kind of froze. Let's see, what would it be named? MKS Pi 207. Let's see. 192, nope. 168. 192. 0, 1. 1, 207. 1, 207. Let's see. One nine two 168. Did I do it backwards? I did. You know how many times I've put in IP addresses in my life? How did I just dyslexia that? That's kind of hilarious. Yeah, so we are online. So something happened with the screen there. I don't see much different about the Reborn 3 compared to the Reborn 2 besides clipper, NEMA 714, extruder, and flat heater on the hotbed. That's literally it. That's literally it. That is it. All right, so we are up and running. Let's do a reset because I want the screen back and I'm not sure what happened there. Let's do host, reboot. Let's do a reboot. And if it doesn't, I'll just power it down and see if it did save it. All right, we're gonna power it down. God, I love the fact that there's a switch right there. That's so good. Reborn 3 is a smaller bed size too. Yeah, 300, right? Instead of what, 320 something? Reboot it, fixes everything. On Clipper machines, that is a fact. I saw in the Flying Bear S1 video, I actually didn't watch any of the videos at all, where they used that cube to set the platform height. Really? Yeah, right. They don't actually do that. None of them do that. Fortunately or unfortunately. All right, so we are up. It did remember my settings. It is online. There's an icon in the upper right-hand corner. This screen actually looks pretty good. Hopefully these numbers over here actually move. Let's see. Oh, okay, okay, let's see. So we're gonna go here, right? Yep. Let's home it. Let's see what homing looks like. All right, so it's got, there's no, all right, you guys can't see. It's using sensorless homing, which is fantastic. Oh, look at that, a little wiggle. All right. Movement's silent, very quiet. I mean, I can hear it, but it's very quiet in comparison to most other machines. This part is what I'm interested in. Yeah, so it's legitimately using the nozzle. There was no cleaning procedure, but I guess it wouldn't at this state. Yeah, so that's homed. That's cool. Let's do the hotbed at 60. Oh, it's still doing it. Doing a little shimmy shimmy. For a while. It's still going. You guys see the bed going? Wow. That was a long time. So it's still homing. There we go. Now we're homed. Interesting. So check the probing. Okay. All right. I'll take it. Let's take a little peeky peek under the hood. STM32 F401. It's running Linux. Yeah, let's check this out. Let's see if we got anything interesting going on in here. Max acceleration for the Z700. Ooh. Anything fun in here? Let's go to the very bottom. And let's see. Yeah, so they have input shaper that's set up. They did PID on both the hot end and the extruder. They already have a bed mesh in here. So it is calibrated out of the box. So that's pretty cool. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to test a theory. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt that the machine is tested because they didn't have me walk through anything. So we're going to print something on the SD card without, you know, doing the input shaper, any of that stuff, because it's in there. Ha, wiggle, wiggle. Why almost every company embedded Fluid on Clipper? Because Fluid is a little bit easier to use in general, so it is easier to do. Unnamed, is that what you're saying, Jack? Infimech TX. I don't think that's what you mean, but we named it now. Is there anything else that's cool? I mean, it is set to but it is set to max out the box, so we're just blasting this thing whenever we throw a print in here. Is the wiggle anti-vibration? No, it is just so that the bed is always touching a random spot, because since it is always going to be using the tool head, and there's a bunch of weight like actually hitting the PEI sheet. So it's a way to randomize that area instead of always hitting exactly the same thing. To find the kernel version, gives kernel number. I'll do it, but this better not be one of those things where like the kids tell you to press F4. I'm gonna be super disappointed, man. I'm gonna ban you. I'm gonna ban you from my channel. In console, unknown command. Uname -R. You mean like maybe if I SSH into it? Fdisk C. Delete system 32. See what I mean? That's pretty funny. No SSH console. Oh, don't laugh. Don't laugh. I don't know. Let's SSH. It's MKS. So what are the passwords going to be, guys? 207. It's not. Oh, it is MKS. Right. It's going to be maker base. Yes. Maker base. We're in there. I'm like a noob with slight experiences just being a constant noob. Fetter's the hacker, man. I will hack. I will try my best at hacking anything that I have. That's just how I do it. All right, so you're saying uname -R is what you want to see. There we go. We got Rock Chip 64. Interesting. Let me see if Kia is installed. I can never remember ever the command, so I pretty much always have to go to grab it somewhere. It is. Look at that. It's always nice. It's always nice when these things are in here. I like it. I like to see it. Repo is the official repo. Okay, cool. Let's see what... I'm not going to update anything, obviously. Maker base. But I do want to see the versions. Yeah, that's true. They have not updated it. Clean clipper, yeah, it is. It is. It's old. It's old. I would much rather have old clipper than no clipper. Version 10, okay. Version 10 still has camp. Did this thing have camp? I don't see it. They could have hidden it though, which I have seen before, and it wouldn't be in here unless there's a start. Let's see. Whoops. Restart, no. There must be a macro somewhere. Let's exit this. Is there a macros? No. Save variables maybe? No. I don't think so. What's this? Oh, look at this. Okay, we got some macros. Not the ones we're looking for. I wonder if they're doing the start macro in the slicer, which is a bit of a bummer, but easy to fix, but still a bit of a bummer. I always like it when these types of things are baked into the firmware, but maybe that's just a personal preference. Yeah, I don't see it in there. That's okay. So no camp unless, like I said, unless it's hidden and also in using like the start print macros in the slicer. No. I do not update clipper machines like this unless it's from the manufacturer. Like, if you guys hear it here first, if you guys get yourself a machine that runs clipper, do not update it. Most of the time they disable it here. This has been disabled, which is good. For these commercial machines, they have to control the firmware to a degree with their hardware that they chose on here. If you go on there and you start to update things yourself, you're bound to run into some kind of incompatibility and run into issues. So as a PSA, don't update these machines willy-nilly. Only update them like I did in this, in this live stream in the beginning. Is there a macro to make my coffee? I did. There wasn't one. Is it in Kia now? Camp? No, I don't think it was. Wait, you can't install camp through here. That's Creality's. That's Creality's thing. Either way, it's cool that Kia's even on here. Happy printing. Thank you very much. We have SSH access. We have root access. This is fine. Everything's fine so far. All right, the bed is nice and hot. Did it have exclude object? Let's see. I think it does. Yeah, excludes on here. Arcs is in here. Exclude objects on here twice. They wanted to be 100% sure that all the objects are excluded. That's kind of funny. You always copy and paste camp macro. All right, right. Okay, let's print something. Let's print something. Filament. Should we use theirs? Nah. I'll take this to the office. We use samples over there. How about, well, should we use this carbon fiber filament? PLA carbon fiber, or just a regular PLA that's easy to see on camera? I'm thinking PLA that's easy to see on camera. All right, we'll do this baby blue. Light blue PLA by 3D Max, because it'll just be easy to see. It's not particularly high speed, but I have printed this at high speeds, if that makes sense. PTG, no chance, dude. Yeah, it's Benji time. In Clipper, if you send the wrong printer config file, you can cause a fire. Right? Wow, yeah. Right, because it can just heat without having any kind of safety. Yeah, you're right. All right, let's load it up. Unfortunately, in the back, if I have any critique so far, it's this. I don't like this. I don't like it. Never did. Nice and simple filament path. No weird chain or anything like that to go through. Like I said about their extruder, I have a lot of experience with this extruder, and it's always been good to me. All right, and I do like the exposed gear up there. Here, I'll show you guys. Oh, we don't need this screen anymore, I don't think. Let's go a little higher. Let's go, whoops, that's my ceiling. So this exposed gear that's on here is actually really nice for controlling the filament. You can see the gears turning in there. You guys see that? So you can see the filament all the way. Like you can see it moving. It's very easy to see. There's a flat piece right there. So that part has always been very nice. All right, so let's get it to 220. Nice. The fan is not bad. That is not bad. Let me do a quick spritzer of isopropyl alcohol on this thing. Since I've been touching it all over the place. It has alignment bolts. Hey, Wilmar. I don't know what I'm printing yet. I'm gonna do the high-speed benchy, I think. It looks like just my brother-in-law's thinking. I can see his gears turning too. Nice. All right, let's go this direction. Looks like there was some black filament in there, which is kind of interesting considering the little cube that we got was yellow, right? All right, let me check something real quick. Let's see. I don't know where that went. That's okay. Never mind on that. Benji-shaped object. Nah, we'll see. What whiskey bourbon is that? Oh, it's bourbon, but it's what's it called? I just bought it to try because I've never had it. It's a guy's name. Colorful label. Brain. Remember the thing. Oh man, now you got my brain is just spinning. I don't remember. It's right upstairs, but I'm not gonna go up there right now. It was like 40 bucks. So like average priced. It wasn't anything super fancy. It's not bad. I wouldn't say this is the best I ever had. Not bad, very drinkable. I prefer it neat. All right, filament is in. Everything's hot. Let's roll. All right, so let's see. What was this thing? Oh, here we go. Here's how you calibrate it. We got temp calibration, resonance compensations, auto leveling. I'm like, oh, and then there's initiate. Okay, so I'm not gonna do any of that. Oh, and then there's a little spool. Is that like loading and unloading? It is. Look at that. There's an auto load feature, which it's automatically doing it now. What's this button do? And that's just movement. Okay, that's kind of neat. You guys didn't see any of that because I'm I'm not paying close enough attention. Here's the screen. So on this left-hand side, there's filament. Looks like it automatically goes into a load mode when you go here. Then we have our calibrations. And then we have our Wi-Fi. So very nice. I'm actually pretty surprised about all of it so far. Let's go ahead and click this. Nope, let's click this. And let's do our high-speed benchy. We get a little preview. Wouldn't it be cool if this spins? No. Looks like it says 13 minutes. Try Bib and Tucker. Ooh. I never heard of that. Let's check it out. Bib and Tucker. Yeah, I need another bottle. I might go tomorrow. Ooh. Okay. Anything small batch is typically nice. Look at that. Bib and Tucker. Cool. Yeah, I gotta. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cool sight. Double char. I don't know, man. I might have the double char. Cool. Thanks for the suggestion. Very selective. All right, let's do this benchy, people. Oh, that flew somewhere. Let's go. We're gonna hit play. It says 13 minutes. Oh, and then we get to see this screen, by the way. Is there a Z offset? I don't know what that thing. Oh, that's flow. Is there a Z offset in here? No, that's how you change the filament. Okay, so Z offset is gonna have to be done on the front end over here, which is fine. All right, so the bed is doing its wiggle. The interface is not the worst I've seen. It's not the worst I've seen. So far, generally speaking, I'm going to be 100% honest. I'm fairly impressed with what I'm seeing for $299. I gotta say. I had no idea it had this. I thought it just had some basic sensor on it. Honestly, the fact that it uses the nozzle with sensors in the bed kind of takes it, kind of makes it a little bit easier for me to think about. This is a no joke machine. So right now in shop, I have 3 budget machines. I have, well, actually the Two Trees SK1 is not budget, right? It's like damn near $600, isn't it? Then I have the King Rune. Is it KLP1? I can't keep up with these names. The King Rune machine, which I liked. And then this. And they're all like Ender priced. 4 load cells, yeah, not 1, 4. Why do the wiggle? It's so that it doesn't touch the bed in the same exact spot. Elijah is good. I like Elijah. It does look like a potion bottle. What about the flow? King Rune versus Infimech? Yeah, that might be a thing. How much is the King Rune machine? KLP1. Oh, I shouldn't have deleted it. That was the right one. Let's just click it. $319. $319. This would be a really interesting shootout. Oh, it's doing Z-tilt. I don't know if you guys saw that. That was pretty cool. I love Z-tilt. One of my favorite things to watch on my Trident. So it didn't like it the first measurement, so it's doing it twice, which is interesting. I wonder how many times they have it checked. I have mine checked 3 times on the Trident. Most of the time it does it on the first try. But if you do like mess it up on purpose, then it does take more than one. So we're on the 3rd now. And remember, I did manually move the bed to get the foam out. There you go. So it took 2 adjustments and 1 check. And now it's homing again. Please don't dig into the bed. Is it weird that I'm like actually excited? I'm legitimately excited. Here, let me get you guys a little bit closer. Let's use all the 4K. When did this brand make it to market? Just now. This is a sister company of Flying Bear. I don't know what it's doing. Oh, so now it's heating the nozzle. It's doing that smart thing that I think the K1 does and some other machines where it rests the nozzle like on the bed to use the bed to help heat it. So it's going to 200. Interestingly enough, even though it's a 13-minute benchy, it's already been 8 minutes. 3 cooling fans. It's 2 cooling fans on the sides, and then the 3rd one is for the heat sink on the hot end. Zach. Yes, it cleaned the nozzle right here on the very front. And did a purge. Time to engrave the bed, man. I hope not. Let's see. Wow. Yeah. Look at that. Oh, yeah. That looks good. Perfect. Perfect first layer. Maybe even just a hair too close, but wow, that's fast for first layer. I mean, listen, if we're going for 13 minutes, this thing is going to be going just all out right now. It is very quiet. I can say that. I can legitimately say this is quiet. How? Why? It's super quiet. Like I can hear the clicking and clanking of this going this fast. But it's quiet. Man, so for example, the 2 Trees machine, the hot end assembly has Phillips screwdriver. Very difficult to take off the PTFE tube, almost impossible. This is no comparison. Magnets to get to the bottom, super easy to get to. The extruder is on the very top and it's exposed essentially. Very easy to do anything on that, okay? As far as leveling goes, there's no sensor for me to complain about like I've complained on every other budget machine because those sensors are brutal. They don't even have one in here. It just uses the bed and the nozzle. The power button is on the front. You can shut it off at any time. You don't have to reach around there. I think the only thing that they did that I typically complain about on these types of machines is the filament being on the back. That's the only thing I complain about on these machines, and they like ignored. Everything else they've met. Now I kind of wish I put in a different filament in there to like do it justice. Let me try to make sure this isn't super blown out so you guys can actually see the print. Also, I think because we will have time, it's only 11:09. I'm gonna print the slower benchy as well, just so that we have a comparison. This really would benefit from an auxiliary fan. Like, who would even print a 13-minute benchy without cooling, without more cooling? I wouldn't. Did you lube it? I did nothing. I did nothing. I didn't even calibrate it. I did not even run through the calibration. 8-minute abs. I should. I went mountain biking today and I almost fainted twice. I'm really out of shape. I feel horrible about it. I need to stop. I need to lose like a solid 20. Anybody want to hold me accountable before I go upstairs and eat Nutella? Sounds like a hummingbird. It's quiet. It's quiet in comparison. I can hear the fan. But yeah, it's quiet. I don't want to close the door. It doesn't have an auxiliary fan. If there was an auxiliary fan, I'd close that door. Hey, sniper. Yeah. What size AB motors? 27? They look pretty standard. This is not going to be a precise measurement because I don't want to get my tool in there. 45 mils. So 47 probably. The front fan isn't spinning? Oh, it's spinning full speed. It must be it just synced with the camera. Yes, it is going full speed. This is a 13-minute benchy, Lenza. Maybe blow on. Yeah, everything is going as expected. Just go low carb, lost 100 pounds, kept it off for 3 years now. Wow, first of all, congratulations. That's amazing. Low carb is the way to do it. I lost 75 pounds once running and eating less. I still ate junk, but ate way less. Then I gained a bunch back. Then I lost, somewhere recent, like 2 years ago, I lost about 45 pounds doing, what's it called? What's the app called where you track your food? You just track your food. So essentially low carb. I lost 45 pounds and now I've gained most of it back. So I need to do something. I need about 20. Yeah, I'm 37, so I'm there. I'm sitting here eating Hershey Kisses. I mean, I ate candy before I came down here. I did eat a decent dinner. I had a salad and these awesome honey mustard chicken things I made. Honey mustard chicken strips, but cut into cubes. Listen, it's not the prettiest benchy, I can tell you now. I can see it from here. There's some Z-banding going on. But at the speed at which this is printing, we need to have our expectations straight. As soon as this is done and cooled enough to pull off, I'll print these slower benchy. You gave away the try to yeah. Hey, F1. No, I'm still keeping it. Late night snack is like my middle name. That's a problem that I have. I'll own it. I definitely love to have a late night snack all the time. Upgrade the motors. What drivers? Oh, I didn't look. We flipped it over. It uses an MKS. We might be able to find it online. Let's see. It's an MKS. What was it? Come on. Mini V1. Skipper, right? SKPR. Let's see what typically comes with these. Yeah, I mean, you can buy the whole kit. This is the full-size board, though. This is not the mini. Yeah, we need the mini. Oh, I know how we can check. I know how we can check the drivers. They're in here. The drivers are TMC 2209s. There you go. 2209s. Could be. I can't. So I can't do. I can't do the gallon drinking thing. I have a bladder issue that I'm on medication on. I can't do a whole ton of liquid. "15-day diet, lost 2 weeks." You didn't lose any weight. You just lost 2 weeks. The build volume's 220 by 220 by 250. Something like that. Weight Watchers was the one. I paid for it. It was like $20 a month. And it was really great. Every time you did like a milestone, like 5, 10, 20, 25 pounds, 50 pounds, they give you like a little keychain. And it was a nice incentive. You like wanted to shoot for the keychain. Then I tried my Fitness Pal, I believe it is, and it didn't work. I gave up. It doesn't have one. That's how they got away with charging $299. My machine does not have any accessories on it. No camera, no filtration, and no fan. It looks like it's about $70 or so to get all that. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, man. That might be enough incentive right there. You want an extra 2? Drop that 20, baby. I'm having issues with curled overhangs, printing half spheres. Yes. Yeah, that cooling with any kind of curling is the solution. Companies feel like pushing speed benchies for time only. Give them more time, better quality stock. Well, this one has this one and a slower one. But it's not the point. The point is that it's testing the motion, it's testing the movement, it's testing what's possible. Maybe you're adding fans. Maybe you're tweaking the setup. Maybe you're testing filament. This is actually a really cool test. I know it might not be important to everybody, but high-speed benchies have a lot of merit. Especially because sometimes I'm designing something and I'm like standing here and I have 3 hours total, right? Let's just say that's my time at night. I have 3 hours and I come down here and I design something. I don't know if it's going to fit. If I can throw this kind of draft mode and print it, yeah, sure, it's not going to be pretty, but if I can print it and check the design, I'm going to do it. And this is valuable to me. So that's the value. Maybe this will give you a different perspective of why I think fast benchies are important on these machines. But it's not looking good. Yeah, it's not looking great, but for what it is, it's looking good. Is it that low on speed? I didn't even look at. Oh my gosh, it is at 195. Wow, that is very low. That is very low at that speed, but it is a volcano nozzle, so that's something. Have you had an idea for silk PLA temp? I'm getting under extrusion on the infill. You can in your slicer, you can set just your infill to extrude more. I suggest you do that. That'll be the first thing I would do. Eat a grapefruit every day. That's the secret? All right, so heroin and grapefruit. Is that back open? It's closed. The back and sides and bottom are closed. The top is open right now, and I have the glass door open all the way. Yeah, the honeycomb is also open. Yeah, obviously, yes. No, guys, for what this is, for a 13-minute benchy, this is fantastic. Also, just for reference, It's been 9 minutes. Look at the movement. The camera can't even catch it. The camera can't even catch how fast this thing's moving. It looks like there's room for 2 aux fans. Yes. Maybe. I don't know if you'll be able to fit it in here. Maybe that's why they put it in the back. No. There's only room for 1. How? I actually don't think it can. Wow, you would have to split it up so much more. Wow, it would take forever. It would take forever. So some of the prints on the K1 Max were a 300 by 300 by 300 print. Like they were really pushing the limits of that machine. It took forever. How was the bridging? I'll show you guys closer, but you know, you can see it. It's right there. It's not great. There's also no auxiliary fan, and we're going 13. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if it's just your infill and everything else is fine, just focus on the infill, because if you tweak the whole thing, it's gonna mess with the entire shebang. Great. Yep, no other change needed until 50. I like that. Yeah, so far so good. I'm definitely gonna put it through its paces, but I'm genuinely, I don't know what I was expecting, honestly. I'll tell you what, my expectations were at $300. But then again, we also have the FlashForge 5M. That's a phenomenal machine for $300. You know? All right, let's see if I can just yoink it off of here. Oh, I can. Okay. While this is happening, let's peel this real quick with my oily fingers. Printing again. Look at that. So that's a good feature for a UI. Back or print again. I mentioned this in the Q1 Pro video. I do like that if you needed to do repeat prints, this is always very nice. We're gonna go back. I'll keep you guys here. Let's take this benchy off. Here, I'll put it right there for now. Let's go to the gear, right? Nope. All right, this is gonna, okay, so it's the tools. We're gonna go to the tools. No, it wasn't the tools. We're gonna go to the blocks. No, it wasn't the blocks. We're gonna go to the print icon, and we're gonna do standard speed benchy. Let's see how long the standard one is. It's 40 minutes. Do we have 40 minutes? We have just 40 minutes, so we're not gonna be able to finish this print, but we'll get close. I'll do it anyway. Let's go. Do the standard benchy just so that we can easily compare. And while that's happening, let's take a look at this one. Hello, did you do a printer tier list video? I have not, but many people have surprisingly asked me to do this. So I do have a list of all the machines that I've reviewed. I believe this is 63. So I could technically do quite the tier list. Guys, let me know in the comments. Or not in the comments. Let me know in the chat if that's something you guys would be interested in. It'd be fun, but it'd be pretty lengthy. I don't know if people would be interested in something like that, but maybe. I guess to answer your question, no, I haven't done one, but I would like to. I think that might be an interesting video to do. And I think just to be frank here, I have to wait to unbox the Bamboo machines. Both the A1 and the X1, I have to, because I don't think you can make a modern list without looking at the Bamboo machines. So we don't have 40 minutes, but I'll start it anyway. Oh yeah, probably is a lot. Yep, that's true. You would have just finished 8-minute abs. I think this is 64. It might be. I honestly don't remember off the top of my head. I don't like look at that list every time. Yes. Yes, we need more machines. Let's get the 69. Do a top 10 at different price points. Yeah. Yes. What a name. Does it have the optional cooling fan in the back? It does not. It does not. You have to buy it separately. I'll ask for it after the stream. Make chapters, yeah. All right, let's check out this benchy while this is all. It's cleaning the nozzle. I just want to get this thing off without like interfering. Oh, I forgot this. Come on. All right. Whoa. I definitely need some lubrication. Oh, wow. Yeah, something needs some lube. I don't know if you guys heard that through the noise canceling. All right, let's see here. Guys, this is a 13-minute benchy. Can your $200 printer do a 13-minute benchy? There's a lot wrong with it, but here's the things to look at. Let's look at the motion. The motion looks good. I don't see any ovals. I don't see any bulges. The overhang without an auxiliary cooling? Come on. This could have been printing a little bit hotter. I think they made it low because they know there's no auxiliary fan. Here's the automatic first layer. It looks like it did mess up a little bit right there. But I didn't notice it while it was going. It looked pretty perfect on my side. If you guys can tell, there's very little to no elephant's foot. How's the back? You can... what? No way. Okay. You're not going to be able to see it on the camera here. Let me try to take a picture of my phone. Wow. You can read the 3D benchy on the back. I don't know if I've ever even seen that, to be honest with you. Come on, phone. Alright, maybe I won't be able to focus on that. Hold on, here we go. There we go. You guys see that? That's pretty epic. There we go. Look at that. I can see it in person. Especially the benchy part. You can literally read 3D benchy on the back of that. Wow. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Looks like a 13-minute benchy. It does. It does. Are the top of the side extrusions lower than the nozzle? You could always put the fans on the outside, blow through the enclosure side. Yeah, you would have to put the fans if you wanted fans on the sides and not just one. Also, one's enough. One would be fine over there. Also, you can definitely do a duct with a single CPAP style on the back, because this part on the bottom, it just comes off on 4 magnets. You could very easily just remove this. That would be so easy to model. It's literally a box. So putting a duct there and having a CPAP style fan would actually be better than putting one of these auxiliary. But I would just do the auxiliary on the back. One will be fine. But I think you can mount it externally with them right there. If you can see where my finger is, with an opening right there. But you're gonna have to modify the side panel. Please, 3-hour print tier list. What do you mean 3? Oh, like do it like a 3-hour video. 10-minute? No, it's not a 10-minute benchy. Because it was 8 minutes before it started. Where is we gotta go to history. So it said 20 minutes. Wow. So it was a 12-minute benchy. When I was watching it, it was 8 minutes before it started. You know, it's, I don't want to get too excited about something. You know, I got to test it. So far, initial impressions are pretty good. This is going to be the real test right here, you know, the slower one. And we should be able to see majority of it before the stream ends in about 30 minutes. By the way, speaking of 30 minutes, guys, pinned message right there on top of the chat. If you guys are going to be sticking around for another 30 minutes, click into that. And you can have a chance, and if you're in the United States, you can have a chance to win a spool of 3D Max PLA. Let's see how many of you done it. 62, nice. I think 64ish was our max. So still really good chances to win. Like I said, you have to be in the United States. You have to answer this question, and you have to be present to claim it in the chat. But yeah, I'd love to give you guys a spool. Also, please, if you will, check out shop.3dprintsos.com for some cool shirts. These are all original designs. We got hoodies as well. We got these mats, neoprene mats. They're very large. You can do builds on them. They're all hot ends that are illustrated, and then some cool mugs. We got the hot ends mug. You guys can check that out at shop.3dprintsos.com. I'd really appreciate it. And it's a way for me to give you guys something like physical instead of just, you know, just a hello on the internet. Hey, Will. Thank you. Thank you, Will. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. From the Voron kits you've done, which one do you recommend? The Trident. If you don't have space for something that big or can't afford it, which I totally understand, the V0.2R1 is amazing. It's my go-to small machine. I have it right here next to me. I print a lot with it. If there's something that I need really quickly, and it obviously fits on there, that's the machine that's getting it. The Trident prints pretty much everything, and it prints large things and fast and everything. It's amazing. The Trident was easier to build than everything else. It just needs modifications. You can't leave it bare. It's not that great stock. It needs mods. And then right now I'm still working on the Micron Plus, which is coming along. But I've never used it, so I can't say how it is. It does seem like a great in between though. Stop it early and let us see it. You know, you'll be able to see it where I'll put the camera real close in there. I'll take it off the tripod. This 13 minutes benchy looks like a 14-minute benchy. Well, it did say 40 minutes. But it is going very fast. But it does look much better. It doesn't have this like under extrusion on the bottom. So chat's going all night. People get them mats and mugs. They're great. Thanks, Will. I appreciate that. Sorry, from which company? What, this machine? I already forgot what we were talking about. Oh, the Voron kits. My bad. So I have only built two. I've built 3 kits, but 2 companies. So Fisec has been the company that for my Trident, which I loved. It was great, easy. Everything's documented. Everything's there. And I did a live stream through all of them. So you can, if you run into any issues, you can always check the live streams. And then FormBot is the one that I'm building the Micron kit for. Less documentation. Actually, no documentation. but the hardware components are really nice, and the kit itself is great. So at the moment, I would recommend Infisech, because I can't recommend companies that I don't have any experience with. That's just hearsay for me. So Infisech for me. If you buy the mat, you get a morning Feder thank you video. That's true. That's true. If you do buy something, I will gladly send a personalized thank you message. That 13-minute benchy looks better than 90-minute benchy on my CO6 Plus. Listen, it has its problems. I'm not saying it doesn't. But it's 13 minutes. Without an auxiliary cooling fan. That part's kind of wild. Hey, just tuning in. How's this printer? 3 key points, positives and negatives. Wow. You know what? I'll do it for you, sir. So far, the build quality is great. Maybe it's lacking in the wiring a bit on the bottom. I wanted to see what's it called, ferrules on all the wires, which there was some without ferrules. There was one wire that was going through some metal. So that might be like, I don't know, let's call it a 6 out of 10. The build quality, this frame, amazing. Amazing, very well done. That's going to be high up there. I'll give it a 9. Whoops. Sorry there, wrong button. I was trying to zoom out. 1 sec. As far as the print quality, I've only printed a 13-minute benchy, so I can't talk on that. But the glass, the fact that it has a glass door is fantastic. The fact that the switch is right here in the front, I love it. I love the fact that there's a switch there. The screen is responsive, great. The UI is actually decent. I don't want to say it's the best, but I'm impressed in general with it. These are extrusions, so you could actually do stuff with them. The only gripe I have so far is it has the spool on the back, which I don't like. It has a cool hat, which that might get bonus points. Super cool hat. I like the hat. I don't know. What other points? It's good. So far, so good. Everything's metal. Everything's metal. There's very little plastic on here. Formbot Micron Plus kit was pretty good and printing really well for me. Oh, nice. You'll have it. Cool. Yeah. Here's where I've gotten with it. It's sitting back here. So here's where we're at with it. I started building the flying gantry, and then I ran into the fact that this particular kit, well, I upgraded these idlers, and they didn't fit the gearing, so I just redesigned this real quick to fit them. I'll have to upload it to printables, and then that's where we are. So yeah, it's ready to have the gantry. It's coming along. It's very nice, good size. Yeah, should be cool. 180, 180, 180. Fun project. Definitely a fun one. Have you tried the Marathon printer from Formbot? No, I did try to add. That's why I contacted Formbot in the first place. They weren't sending that to anybody. Well, they weren't sending that to me, which I understand. Low view count in general. But I showed them some of the content that I've made around the Vorons and the builds, and so they sent me their Micron kit to do live streams with. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if I answered your question all the way, but it's so far I'm impressed. You can't get that off a stock ender, just saying. Spend $100 more, right? Here's the hope an SPO8 gets sorted for $600 as potential, but needs some help. Yeah, I agree. It's not as stylish as the beanie. I agree. I agree. Balding here. We love hats. Maybe I'll have my name for purchase. Well, hey, listen. If you are gonna purchase, I do YouTube. Please, if you can, use my affiliate link. It'll be in the description. I'd appreciate it. Definitely not at all obligated whatsoever. I think I put a tassel. Yes, I will put a tassel. Definitely put a tassel on top of the hat. For those that don't know what he's talking about, it's Flying Bear machines usually have this hat. The Ghost 6 had this, the Reborn 2 had this. This has a slightly different hat, but still has a hat. And yes, it is related to Flying Bear. Solo QC needs the help. Yeah, yes it does. It would look better with a fedora. Yep. Hey, Infimech. When's the fedora mod coming along? We need that. I'd love to see you unbox SVU8. Yeah, I mean, I would love to. I would love to. I contacted them. I didn't hear back. I don't have a contact with Sovo. I think my other machines that were Sovo that were sent to me, or machine, was from a third party, which I haven't heard from third parties in like a year. So, I don't know if I'll be getting one. I would like to obviously check it out. How's the Feder 2 coming along, besides taking up the half of the available before? It's done. All the 3D printed parts are done. As you can see, he's chilling right there. Well, everywhere. But yeah, I need to find the time to glue him. And I don't know if I should do it in a live stream or not. That's something that I need to figure out. We do have quite the hull line on that puppy, by the way. Quite the hull line. Let me see if I can zoom in and tweak the colors a bit again. Okay, Gimbal, come back. There we go. What's up with the color? Why are you looking all crazy? Why does it look like that out of nowhere? Why is it like hot spotting and being weird? What in the world? Oh, it was just a focus thing? There we go. It's about as HD as I can get that thing while it's zoomed in. It is clipping a bit, isn't it? Let me see. What more can I do here? Noise reduction? What's that? Let's turn that off. Oh, there's a firmware update for the camera. Okay, good to know. All right, that's brightness. That's too low. Somewhere here. You guys see that whole line? There we go. We'll leave it right there. Technically, it would be a fez. How about the plane? The plane is also done. The only thing the plane needs is I need some help or just time to control the amount of throw that everything has. Everything is set up on my remote. It's pretty much ready. It just, the throws are too much. I need them to be like, they give you measurements. They tell you like 17 millimeters, you know, from up to down on the ailerons, for example, but mine are like 50. Like, they need to be turned down, and I need to learn how to do that. I haven't done it in so long. It's been years. And I like sat down for a few minutes. I couldn't figure it out. I looked at a tutorial it didn't match what I was doing or what I was working on, so I quit. That's all it needs. And then, you know, the weather's been really crappy here. We've only had like 2 decent days of weather, and they've been super gusty. So it's not like I can just run out to any field, which, you know, all the schools around here have students and after-school activities. So I have to wait a little bit longer for it, but that's why it's there. It's ready to go. I just need to figure out that one problem, and then it's good to go. We need to get your view count up. You're one of the few 3D printing YouTubers that I could trust their opinions. 1, I appreciate that. 2, you know, you don't need to. Like, the views will come where they won't. I'm cool with either way. I'm doing this because I love the hobby. I know I get questions a lot about the monetary aspect of it, and I have a full-time job. This isn't my full-time job. This is literally just a hobby. I'm going to be doing this anyway, and I really like the live stream aspect of it because I would be doing a video or something, and I'd be here talking to myself. So I'm hanging out with folks with, you know, that I might help in some way, shape, or form, and I just like that. So I'll be doing this regardless. I'm going to be printing, doing cool projects, so why not have a camera and hang out and do that? So I appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that you want to help, and you know, I like that. Thank you. Blue does that lower contrast. Do I have contrast controls on this? Let's see. No, I just have exposure and temperature. Oh, here we go. I don't even see this down here. Let's check the contrast out a little bit. The contrast is at 0. Let me turn the saturation down a hair. No. Sharpness. No. Although that does help a little bit. No, the 50 is fine there. Let me type that in. And then hue. We actually don't want any hue. Well, let me try to get it as real as possible. It does have a little purple to it. Yeah, like that. That's what it really looks like. But it's because I'm zoomed in so much. That's why. Here, let me get the camera closer and zoom less. Here we go, and then I'll refocus it. There we go. Now I can get closer. And the focus is set to manual. Right there. There we go. That's not bad. 47 minutes. How much time do we have in our giveaway? 11 minutes. For those just joining, 70. I think this is the most we've ever had in a giveaway. Yeah, guys, for those just joining, there is a pinned comment in the chat. I can't put these in the description because bots take them. So they're in the chat. There's a pinned comment at the top that'll take you here. You got to answer this question. You have to be in the United States, and you have to be present to claim the prize in the chat. But in about 11 minutes or so, we're going to choose a winner, and you'll get a chance to win a spool of PLA Plus from 3D Max, directly from them. Cameras, oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, both of these cameras, well, you know, they're kind of important. Like this one is an AI camera that follows me around the room. This one is also an AI camera, but it doesn't have a gimbal. It's a 4K camera that crops into 1080p, and it uses like an internal stabilized gimbal essentially to kind of like crop in. So yeah, I can see how they need firmware. Hopefully you can get the SV08 live testing. I bought their T300 so far. I like it, but apparently the SV08 has some issues. Yeah, I saw a few SV08 videos, and I saw Nero's concerns, which are all super valid. Yeah, windy. Yeah, I wouldn't have flown anyway, right? You have FPV in your name. You know what I'm talking about. And actually, I haven't even flown any drones in like a couple weeks, and it's annoying. Sometimes I bring it to work and just to see if I can have some time to fly, and it just sits next to me at the office, and I haven't even had time to fire up a sim or anything. Unfortunately, that's pretty much what I do, Feder. Yes, you do, sir. Like, why not? You're gonna be doing it anyway. You know what I mean? .3D print sauce. Even better than Aurora Tech. Is that you who keeps saying that? It might be you. I don't know, man. I wouldn't compare us. They're so different. They do a completely different thing. They do like an actual analysis, and like they do a fantastic job. And I can't compare. I just kind of talk off the cuff, and occasionally write some notes. Like I scribble notes that I can barely read them. You know what I mean? So I'm just. I'm a hobbyist that gets a chance to take a look at a whole ton of machines. I'm going to try to keep it that way because I think it's an interesting angle over like a professional, if that makes any sense. Wonder is hull line equal to fade height? Interesting. I don't know. Can't say. But there's definitely a very visible hull line. I mean, the quality of this one is so much better. Do you ever print figurines or 32 miniatures? I do not. No, usually when I print stuff, I try to go larger. I do not. I have a buddy that's into miniatures, but no, not myself. I do have a resin machine, a very old one, that I would do it with over FDM though. Damn, you can't choose a winner without zooming. That's true. I'm number 69. Hey. All right, Rover. That's cool. Look at that. 72 people. Fantastic. To win the contest, we have to presently, physically, or mentally have my work. As long as you can hear me in the chat and then physically say something in the chat, like I'm here, then you'll win it. I'll give you 5 minutes after choosing to show up. AI camera makes sense. Suppresses the AI urge to take over mankind. The AI monitors us through the AI cameras. Hey, Jennifer. Yeah, he's 69. He's very proud of it. I'm the one who's willing to talk trash on Aurora Tech on your behalf. No, not on my behalf. No, no, no. Don't be starting anything. No, I have zero hate towards Aurora. They're fantastic. Have you added any chamber heaters to any of your printers? I have not. The only ones that I have are my Chitty Tech machines. My Vorons, I just heat soak them with the bed and I run a fan inside with filters that circulate the air, and that's plenty. But yeah, chambers are nice. Why is that line on the Benchy so prominent across prints? It's called the Benchy hull line. Let's see if there's like an actual decent explanation. Proofs of knowledge base. There we go. Yeah, like it's a very common thing. Yeah, it happens in this spot right here. The infamous Benchy hull line. If everyone wants to know, the perfect Benchy since release. Okay. Visible prints on all FFF printers on the market, cheap or expensive. It's visible no matter the slicing software. It's visible when printing any material. It's visible even in the Benchy release video from 2015. Again, in varying degrees of severity. With some combination of printer, slicer, and material, it can be almost invisible. Other times, it's clearly defined, leaving the user disappointed and confused. But once you see it, you'll be able to find it on essentially all of its prints. The good news is that we've managed to mostly eliminate the Benchy hull line in our sample G-codes. Not in 100% cases though, more on that later. You can download the G-code file here. Nice and clean, look at that. A little bit of VFA going on, but it's so good. The bad news is that the fix isn't universal, and we're not even sure if such a universal fix is physically possible to exist. A hardware problem, loose belts, bent Z-rods, irregular, man, I can't speak today at all. I'm not going to say that word. The culprit, we believe the main culprit is sudden transition from sparse infill into full top layers. That's the actual thing. So right over here, there is the Benchy floor on the inside there. Is there a better photo? No. You can kind of see it in this photo right here. So right there is the flooring. So after it goes infill, 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 right here it starts to go side to side to put in the floor, and that's where typically the hull line is. So that makes sense. And there's two in here where it ends as well. So yeah, that makes sense. So that's very likely the main part, the main reason for it. How's this printer comparing to the K1 so far? The K1 is better equipped. The K1 is definitely better equipped with the camera and the auxiliary fan. The build quality is a hair better on the K1. For example, it has rubber feet. This has TPU printed feet, which isn't a big deal, but they are. The surround on the screen is rather cheap. It's just like a folded piece of steel, which is better than a lot of other things. But the K1 screen is like a damn iPhone, you know. So the quality is definitely a little bit less on this machine than the K1. But so far, I mean, I haven't printed with this. I've printed so much with the K1. I would say this might be comparable. This might be comparable in a lot of ways. I'm excited to use it. I heard FDM for miniatures over resin, more reliable printing. So Night Train, I have, so before I started YouTube, I was on just Instagram, and I was in this group of a lot of folks that are really into miniatures and dioramas, and almost all of them used, like, I'm talking like professional miniatures and professional diorama builders and painters and just absolute incredible stuff. I actually don't even know why I was in there. Like, I didn't deserve it. Martin, if you ever watch this, what's up, man? I haven't talked to you in a minute. So one dude, Martin, invited me to it. But yeah, they all used resin machines back then even. Yeah, unless you're going like big, I wouldn't use FDM for miniatures. There's no way. You can literally make a basically injection molded miniature with a resin machine. I tried printing miniatures with a 0.2 nozzle, 0.6 layer height. It was frustratingly slow. If I did it more often, I would get a resin printer. See, there you go. Yeah, I agree. I did have a buddy actually print with a 0.2 millimeter nozzle, some small stuff. You are right to be afraid. I'm not afraid. That's mean. No. I'm not afraid. I just have respect for what she does and what her brother does. They're also very young, and I'm not competing with them. When are you gonna get those bamboos out? As soon. Well, this was the machine before the bamboo, so the next stream is going to be back to the Micron. The stream after that is going to be one of the bamboo machines. I'm probably gonna do the A1 first, the A1 Mini, A1 Mini combo, and then the X1. Yes. This is a 39-minute benchy. There's 7 minutes left. Oh, how many minutes do we have in our thing? Oh, seconds. Seconds left. 76 people. No, I didn't. Yeah, I just been exhausted lately. I technically shouldn't even be doing live streams right now. I'm super busy at work, and I just been grinding. So doing any kind of YouTube stuff is just over the top at the moment. But I'm enjoying it still. Hey, Retro. Really comparable. They're in direct competition, I would think. This one is enclosed. It's enclosed, which I like. Yeah, I think they're really close. I think it's going to be even hard to even choose between one. There's things I like about this one, and there's things I like about the FlashForge. I think that this is going to be the video. The next time you guys will see this machine will be in the video comparing it to the FlashForge. Right, that's kind of the question. Right now, currently the 5M that's right there is my go-to TPU machine. So whenever I need TPU prints, that thing just it just kills TPU. So that's what I use it on. I don't know how this will do TPU. The other machines did TPU just fine with this extruder. This does have a much longer filament path, so we'll see. I'll also have to install a slicer and see if they have TPU profiles. I assume they do. It's hard to say. At the moment, I'm going to say the 5M over this because I have experience with the 5M. I've been using it a lot. I've held on to it. I didn't just put it to the side. So at the moment, I say the FlashForge 5M. That might change as testing happens with this, you know? Do you have any issues? I haven't had a single issue. I have a 5M, great experience. Yeah, I agree. I agree with all this. Yeah, I know that feeling. Watching videos of the A1 bed update. That's a bit of work to do. Yeah, well, this is the A1 Mini. So, I don't have the A1. Luckily, I guess. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I agree, Gryfang. Thank you. What's the build size? Actually, what was the build size? Oh, our contest ended. I forgot. I'll choose a winner in 1 second. We're actually 96% done. FlashForge 5M. I believe it's the same. I believe it's the same. The build quality on this machine is better than the FlashForge. I will say that. The chassis is better on this. Also, as a 300C hot end, this has a 280. They're very comparable. This is a direct comparison machine for sure. This is like the, yeah, 220 by 200, 220. This is 220, 250, so slightly larger. Interesting. It's like they both have these little compromises. Wow. They even use magnets in their tool heads. Very similar. So the problem with this one, well, it's not a problem. I don't think it's a problem. But this hot end system, which I personally really like, they're kind of expensive. The nozzles are what, 30, 40 bucks? Whereas this uses standard Volcano nozzles. I don't know. But I'm going to need more time to figure that out. That's for sure. Already got to try TPU done. Yeah, TPU is absolutely killer. Yeah, I just use the standard. I don't even use. I still use the standard slicer with it even. So, 300 JP. Maybe. I honestly do like their quick disconnect nozzle situation. I think it's good. But I might be the minority there. All right, let's pick a winner. Did I turn my mic off? Nope, check, mic 2. Okay. Let's pick a winner. It looks like that benchy's done. We'll take a look at the benchy directly after. Yes, they do. All right, let's do it. Okay. Let's go here. We got, what was the final? 76 people. Hey, where'd the Benchy go? Benchy! Our Benchy left the building. Let's see if I can do like one of these type of situations. Bear with me for a second. Bear with me. Come on, camera. Well, not the camera, this is a tripod. I just want to go lower and then bam. Do it like this. I think that side by side actually makes the 13-minute one look even more impressive. The bet can go up to 120. I actually don't know. All right, there we go. Let's do the winner. Draw winner. 1. Draw. Pick winner. All right, we got one. Are you in the United States? Yes. Did you answer the question? Yes. Announce with avatar. And let's refresh this page. Congratulations to Jonathan L. Jonathan L. Are you in the chat, good sir? If you're in the chat, please step forward and claim the prize. Hey, John LaRue. That checks out. Yeah, okay, I can see by your email. Cool, congratulations. Congratulations, you won. Lost again. Spool of PLA Plus. Here's the instructions, John. I think you probably have heard it through, over all this time. But here's what you need to do, good sir. Go on 3dmax.com or whatever 3dmax's website is, 3dmax.com. Find a PLA Plus that's currently in stock, okay? And then send me an email to Fedor at 3dprintsos.com. Fedor is Fedor at 3dprintsos.com. Okay, I need your full name, your address, your social security number. I'm just kidding. Your full name, your address, and that choice of filament. Okay, and I'll forward that to 3D Max, and then we'll group them together. Like I said last time, they waited until 9 people, so it'll take a little bit, but make sure that it's in stock so that you can get that filament. All right, please let me know if you got the instructions in the chat. All right. I haven't seen Jonathan. No, John LaRue is in there. He's in there. Hotfix, I don't know what your avatar is, but it looks really cool. Is it Tron? Is that a Tron helmet? I got it. All right, cool. Sweet. Tron, yeah. I guess, right? How long does it normally take to get a roll of filament when you win? It depends. I would say between 2 weeks and a month. So far, that's what I've been hearing from people. So you got to think about it. I do 1 to 2 streams per week, right? And they just sent out 9 yesterday, 9 spools. So that's 9 past winners. There were a lot of doubles the past couple weeks. So about a month. Hey, good night, Jack Black. Hit that thumbs on the way out. All right, let's take a look at these things before we call it here. All right, pop this off. All right, so we have a crazy hull line and then some kind of artifacting going all the way up on both sides. Look at that. Almost looks like a temperature situation. This is where it goes fast and starts to slow down. It is weird that they sliced it at 195. I have a feeling that's because they know that there's no auxiliary cooler in here. But look at the overhangs at the top. I mean, that's stellar. Let's see the overhang in the front. Absolutely stellar. Look at that. That's phenomenal. Phenomenal. Let's take a look at the tops and bottoms. Absolutely perfect. That's absolutely perfect. No gaps. No nonsense. Let's look inside. Perfect. No stringing. Let's take a look at the back. Oh, can we read this anymore? No, that doesn't say 3D Benchy. I don't know what that says. That's just like a texture. But that's wild. On the 13-minute one, in person, you can read that back there. For some reason, I guess it's just the lights. Yeah, like you can't tell there. But you guys saw the photo I took, right? Yeah, like when I lean it so that that light catches, I can read 3D Benchy back there. Let me see if I can get it. No. Here's the light. No, it just doesn't work on camera. The lighting just makes it look like a blob or something. But yeah, with my human eyes, with my human eyes, I can see that. All right, what else we got? Let's look at this back window. Awesome. Let's look at the bottom. I mean, I didn't even calibrate it. I didn't do anything. I didn't do input shaper. I didn't do anything. I just clicked print. Let me mark those. Although, no, this is pretty obvious. This is obviously 13. Well, it wasn't even 13. It was 12 minutes. That's 12 minutes, and let's see the actual time. I'm going to guess that I should have looked at the time, how long it was taking to print all the, or do like the actual thing. So 40, 42. I can't do math because I'm a simpleton. So 34-minute Benchy. I mean, majority of machines nowadays should be able to print a Benchy in 34 minutes. So that's not as impressive, but it looks good. It looks good to me. Let's load this profile and let's see what the discrepancy is. 0.04. That's not bad. Not bad considering the K1 and K1 Max have a over 1 millimeter discrepancy because they're belted Z's. This does this before every print. So 0.4 millimeter difference. That's not bad at all. That's margin of error. Man, it's gonna be pretty hard to find like things to really blast on this thing, to be honest, because every time it's so cheap. The alfalfa, yeah, it's got a little yeah, it's got a little something going on right there, huh? Hate to run. Hey, thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. No ringing. No. Nothing too visible. Which Benchy was printed on this printer? Both. This was the 12-minute Benchy, and this was the 34-minute Benchy. I woke up 4 hours ago. Hey, you know, it is what it is. Thank you for being here, Mr. Rockland. Appreciate it. Taking a nap. Absolutely. Thank you, Lauren. Now the hammer test. Yes. Or just melt them, you know? If I were to go 210 on the extruder on this machine, I'm worried about it, though, because even at 210, auxiliary cooling might be needed. I think it'll fix some things and create more problems. That's what I think will happen. How much limit difference mesh value do you always prefer? Under 1. Obviously, as close to under 1 as possible. Sometimes on my Voron, it's 0.02 and like 0.1. So it just depends on the machine. You can get them to be really precise. Some are out of your control, really, because it's just the way that they heat up the beds, the enclosures, whatever it might be. But you technically want under 1 millimeter variance. You got to think about a millimeter, and then it's a variance between the highest point and the lowest point. So 1 millimeter is very workable from corner to corner. So if it's any more than that, you're running in like a really unprecise thing. You'd want it to be, you know, under half, for example, but anywhere around there is pretty good in my personal opinion. It's 3D printing. It's not CNCing. Nice, Knox. Punching out. Yes, time for bed. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I think it's going to be time for me as well. Here, I'll even stand up so I don't fall asleep. How easy is it to replace this hot end? This hot end is a really, really standard hot end. It has a bamboo style heat break. Not bamboo style heat break, sorry. A bamboo style heater, volcano nozzle, and a ceramic heater. So it would be very easy to replace, especially because it has the board on there. Also, notably, this thing is quiet. Does it have fans? Yes, it has always running fans. It's definitely the power supply. Nothing's running up here. Yeah, so it has a always running power supply fan. Definitely not the loudest machine I have. The other thing is I'm somewhat impressed by the user experience on the actual display. I honestly expected way, way worse. This is passable. Yeah, I've seen better. The Q1 Pro, for example, from Chitty Tech. But this is pretty good. Everything's there. You can get used to where the locations are pretty easily. We have access to Clipper, and it seems to have everything that we want. Did it probe the bed? I don't think it does a camp. I actually haven't looked. Do you guys remember? Who paid attention? Apparently more than... Who paid attention more than me? Man. Yeah, I'm impressed. And generally speaking, I'm impressed. I would say this is better than the past few machines that I've opened. I'm impressed that it has a glass door. I want the fan. I want the auxiliary fan. I want the filtration system. The camera, it doesn't matter to me. Sure, it's great. I don't need one, if that makes sense. I would much rather have the filtration and the auxiliary cooling over it. Yeah, I dig it. Even the wiring back there in that corner, that's in a braided like sheath. It's not just bare wire. This has some really interesting things that they paid attention to that other companies just don't care about. You know what's kind of interesting is I did a video on the Two Trees machine that was kind of like a Trident clone. And I mean, would you ever buy that machine for 500 plus if this was $299? Probably not. Probably not. So that's really interesting. Cool. All right, everybody. I think we have our answer, really, at least for the initial impressions. It did not probe the bed. Yeah, it did like a typical L purge, but it also purged before probing for Z offset. So there's that. Martin. Yeah, so I'll have to look into that. Obviously, we can very easily install camp. Like that's the move there. The move is to install camp. Although, I mean, I need to print something larger before I make a choice, because you know, a benchy is a benchy. It's really easy. It barely takes up any space. You need to, you know, use more of the bed to be able to know that if you have a leveling issue or not. But yeah, this is not calibrated. I didn't do anything. So there's something here. There's definitely something here. I'm looking forward to investigating. All right, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. Congratulations, John, on winning the spool of filament. Send me that email, and I'll shoot that over to 3D Max. All right, everybody. If you have any questions, you guys know where to find me. Check out the Discord. Please check out shop.3dprintsos. There's some cool stuff on there, and I've really worked hard on the designs. And I've tried to make sure that the pricing is as low as humanly possible. We're talking $16 t-shirts. You know what I mean? And these mats are 18 bucks. The mugs are $12.95. So they're literally as cheap as you can go. But the quality is fantastic. I probably should have been wearing one of the shirts. I got them all hanging out back there. Hanging back there. Yeah, cool. Be on the lookout for a video on this, probably comparing it to the 5M, because I think that's probably the closest contender. All right, everybody. Thank you all. I'll see you guys in the Discord. I'll see you guys in the comments. I'll see you guys just in general. All right, I'm out of here. See y'all.